And we're live. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you guys all so much for being here. Really appreciate it. We are ready to go for game number 2 between the Montreal Canadiens and the Vegas Golden Knights here in their semifinal series. Vegas has a 1-0 series lead after a big win in game number 1. They'll try and extend that to 2-0 here on home ice once again in game number 2, while Montreal will be trying to fight back and even this thing up at 1 with a big road victory. So we're getting ready for puck drop in this one, a few minutes away. As you can see, I've got a special guest here today. It is the great Perlo Wisdom returning on again. And Perlo's channel is linked at the top of the chat in the pinned comment. So if you guys want to check out his channel, he does some great NHL content on there. And it would be greatly appreciated. But welcome in, everybody. Appreciate you guys being here. Penguins fan, Avi, Mapman, Shane, Sharaf, Home of Hockey. Welcome in, one and all. Thank you guys all for being here. Prosperous, what is going on? Welcome in. Perlo, got any thoughts on this game before we get going here? As Montreal is going to try and even this up, and Vegas is going to try and make sure that they get it done on home ice.
Yeah, well, when I went into this, I was like, I'm not going to underestimate the Montreal Canadiens. And now I'm underestimating the Montreal Canadiens. now they'll come out and just crush, because I've just got to the point where, I mean, not to the point, it's only been one game, but I just saw what Vegas did to Colorado, and everything in my head says Montreal doesn't have a chance. But because I'm giving them respect because of what we're getting to where they are right now. But I just can't see it unless Vegas really drops the ball hard here. I can't see it.
Yeah, I thought Vegas really took control in the second and third periods of game 1. Montreal hung right in there in the first period. That was a very even first period in game number 1. But then from early in the second period on, Vegas just kind of took control of that game. And I think the Canadiens are really going to have to push back offensively in this game if they're going to have a chance to even this up and win this one. They're going to need a much bigger offensive effort than what we saw from them in game number 1.
Yeah, which means getting down, finding a way to cycle down there in the Vegas zone, which is a very treacherous thing to do, as we've seen from previous opponents. So I wouldn't put it past them, though. I mean, they found a way, but then the last 2 series, they had the number 2 and number 1 center on both of their opponents leave in the middle of it. And, so I don't know, maybe they need something like that to happen again, because Vegas looks really strong, really strong.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Vegas is obviously going to try and feed off that home crowd again tonight. We saw how loud and just the atmosphere at T-Mobile Arena was in game number 1, and I think that really does pump up Vegas and give them a bit of a home ice advantage and a feeling of, just that energy in the building that helps them throughout these games. And we saw them. They didn't lose a game at home to Colorado. All the home games they were able to win. They really perform well on home ice, and that crowd's been huge for them.
Oh yeah, that crowd is it's fantastic. That game yesterday, last game, not yesterday, but the last game, I just want to really gloat for, was it Theodore that did the fake pass? That might have been the greatest fake pass I've ever seen. My gosh, that was insane. But the crowd here they make it so entertaining in Vegas. I want to go to a game there so bad.
Yeah, I
gotta
do too.
Go to a game there, for sure.
Absolutely.
No, on the bucket.
Kyle, welcome in. Red Rubber, welcome in. Logan, Jerry, Savage, Trevor, Craig, Runfin. What is going on, guys? Welcome in. Thank you all so much for being here. Really appreciate it. We are getting ready for the start of game number 2, Montreal and Vegas. This is a big one. Canadiens trying to even this series up and steal one on the road, while Vegas is trying to take that 2-0 lead, take care of business on home ice, and head to Montreal in very good shape. So this is an important game, even though it's early in the series. Obviously, it's not like a game 5 or 6 or anything, but it's still an important game, and these early games really shape what the series is going to look like when you do get to games 5 and 6. So This could go, whichever way this goes, it's going to have a big impact on how this series looks the rest of the way.
That's a really good question about Jerry said there
Yeah.
about. But you gotta think they had a week. Like, are you telling me they went there and they still had jet lag? I just can't see it. They must have got there 2 days before,
I'm
so
not
they
sure
could.
when they got there.
I'd like to know that because I think it would just be absolutely foolish if they went the day before when they have a week to travel and get the jet lag out and all that stuff
Yeah,
like
their
that. I just found it
series
very.
against Winnipeg was the first one to end in the second round, so they could have gone to Vegas earlier, but I'm not sure exactly when they went and how much of an effect that did have on them. I think something that definitely would have had an effect on them was just playing in front of a full crowd for the first time
Yeah.
in
Hmm.
over a year.
Yeah.
Obviously the Canadian teams, they've got a few people in the building now, but nothing like these U.S. teams that have full capacity, full houses again. I think playing in front of a hostile crowd for the first time in really since March of 2020, before everything hit the fan, that had to be a little bit of a jolt to the system for the Canadians for sure.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. There's an emotional kind of shock that I imagine happens when you hear those fans in Vegas, especially like they are pretty robust.
Hmm.
So that would definitely have been an advantage. But I really would like to know that. I'm surprised it never came up like when they flew in and stuff like that. Nobody mentioned it,
Hmm.
and I thought that would be a big thing to know because I just can't see how they if I owned a team or whatever, if you're a manager, you're like, we got to get in there 2, 3 days before, get rest and get the jet lag out and get used to the time change and all that kind of stuff like that, right? It just makes sense.
Yeah. Matthew, Austin, John, welcome in. Thank you guys all so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Trying to say hi to all the new people that have hopped in. As everyone comes in, we're getting ready for puck drop. Still a few minutes away, but getting close. Montreal and Vegas getting ready here for game number 2. This is definitely going to be an interesting one as Vegas right now is doing their whole pregame ceremony. Man, what an absolute spectacle they make. I would
Oh,
love to be in the building for
oh,
something like this. It's just absolutely incredible.
it's wicked. I love it. It's absolutely fantastic. I like everything about this organization and the way they entertain.
Hmm.
It's great. Outside of the box thinking, everything, the way they build their team, everything. I love it. It's great.
The entertainment value is absolutely there. Vegas is definitely an arena that I have to go see a game in at some point. This all of it is just absolutely spectacular. Jeff, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Chris, welcome in. Thank you for watching. Really, really appreciate it. Teams are getting ready to head out to the ice right now. As soon as the pregame ceremony is done here, and then we'll have the national anthems, and then we will have puck drop. So probably
Yeah.
looking at around 9:15 Eastern time for a puck drop here, and then game 2 will be underway, and we'll see if Montreal is able to push back at all after game 1, or if Vegas is going to stay in control and take care of business here on home ice. That's what the next 2.5 to 3 hours is going to determine here.
Yeah. And the other thing cool about this game is that you have this storied traditional franchise in Montreal
Yeah.
Canadiens, right? Going against this like brash new concept
Mm-hmm.
team. It's like it's a total contrast in culture and philosophy between the two organizations, which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah, and that wasn't even really talked about as like a storyline heading into this series. Everything was about the
Yeah,
goaltenders. Everything was about Pacioretty's Suzuki trade.
yeah,
Um, everything was about Montreal being this Cinderella team this year. They didn't really talk about how you have the, well, now second newest franchise in the NHL in the Vegas Golden Knights, who are literally only been around for 4 years,
yeah,
and you have one of the oldest, most storied franchises in the NHL, the most Stanley Cups ever,
yeah.
original 6, going way back to the beginning of the league, like
Mm.
Montreal team that's the just huge history, and then you have this brand new, brash, new kid on the block type team in the Golden Knights,
Yeah,
and that contrast there is really, really cool.
yeah, no, it is. I like it. I like both teams for the reasons that they are what they are. You know, Montreal Canadiens with all the stories and legends and all of
Mm-hmm.
that stuff like that is a wonderful thing. I've been to Montreal, and the lore of the Montreal Canadiens just permeates through the whole place. Like
Yep.
it's everywhere, right? And
Yep.
it deserves to be because it's been an amazing franchise. And then I just love this exciting new way of looking at things team in Vegas too. So it's a great contrast to teams. Yeah, and you're right. They haven't mentioned it here on Canadian television really at all either. I'm really surprised.
Timothy, welcome in. Thank you for being here. I do, Penguins fan. Absolutely think that he could. Um, Yeah, Vegas's general manager has done a very, very good job, John. Absolutely. They've been a very well-run team from the start. They obviously came out of the gates with a very good team, and they've actually improved it and made it better. You know, bringing in guys like Stone and Pacioretty and Pietrangelo, and making moves like that. They've improved the team. Alec Martinez, almost such an underrated player. Almost forgot about him. Yeah, that Martinez deal was huge for the Golden Knights. So. There's he's done a fantastic job in Vegas with the Golden Knights, and he's really kind of pushed this team to the point where, they've been a top team for really since they came in, but they've really gotten better, and they've taken that next step over the past couple of years to where they're really going all in on a cup. So Kelly McCrimmon has done a fantastic job as the general manager of this team, and I think he deserves a lot of credit for them, being in the position that they're in, where they are 3 wins away from going to the Stanley Cup Finals for the second time in the last 4 years, which is quite incredible when you think about it.
Yeah, it's stunning, really. Like
Mm-hmm.
when you look back in history, it's going to be one of
Yeah.
the greatest feats a team has ever accomplished. It's amazing to go. I know they had some advantages compared to the other expansion
Yeah,
franchises, but
definitely.
still, you can't take away the way they leveraged their what they had to get what they did. It was still absolutely fantastic, and not to mention ballsy,
Mm-hmm.
incredibly ballsy to go for it. Because
Yeah.
if those players don't work out, you're going to look really bad. But it was really ballsy and exciting.
Absolutely.
It brings a lot of excitement to the league.
Vernon, welcome in. Thank you for being here. I really, really appreciate it. Great to see you in the chat as always, man. Carey Price is definitely going to need to step up if Montreal's going to win this game. I definitely wouldn't put the game 1 loss on Carey Price. I mean, there just wasn't a lot of offensive support there, and Montreal spent a lot of time in their own zone, and I don't think he was necessarily giving up bad goals, but, he definitely wasn't stealing the game in game number 1. And actually, a couple of those goals, he ended up being fairly out of position because of the fake shots and him biting on the original shot that was supposed to be coming in. It ended up being almost empty netters, or having at least half the net empty for the actual goal when it was put in. Price is going to have to steal a game at some point in this series if Montreal is going to have a chance, and he is going to have to play a little bit better than he did in game 1, that is for sure. The Canadiens cannot give up 4 goals and win a game against the Vegas Golden Knights. That's just not going to happen.
No, no. But that being said, that both of those fake shots, but that one in particular, I don't think any goaltender would have not got
There was no
hooked into that.
stopping that. No.
That was absolutely brilliant. Fake
Yeah.
shot. I don't know.
The Theodore one was unreal. Like, he was gonna uncork that from the out at the point, and then Price goes out to stop it, and he just completely stops and passes it over to the guy on the side. I mean, there's really nothing you can do there.
It looks like they actually practiced that specifically for Price. They got a read on him and said he's gonna think that we're shooting here every time.
Mm-hmm.
So let's, but even at that, even if it was just an average fake pass, they might have got away with it. But that was not average. That was
Yeah.
absolutely insane. I thought that was shot all day.
Yeah.
It was so good that I had to go like, what? He didn't shoot that? What the? Holy crap! Yeah, that was nuts.
Bruin and
Uh,
Austin, welcome in. Thank you for being here. All right.
Austin Rogers.
Hey, we're ready to go here. Puck drop is imminent. We are ready to go. Canadiens and Golden Knights. Game number 2 here. Vegas with the 1-0 series lead. We'll see who's able to take it here. If Montreal can tie this thing up, or if the Golden Knights are able to take the lead. But we are ready for puck drop. Game 1 about to begin, and we are underway as Montreal wins that one back. Game number 2 underway here on this fine Wednesday evening as that one is dumped in there, but it's going to be an icing call coming from behind the red line just 11 seconds in, and Montreal will get an offensive zone face-off coming up. Going to go into the attacking zone here and get a chance in on Fleury. Obviously, Carey Price and Marc-Andre Fleury are your goaltenders here tonight. Obviously, the starters for both teams, and they have both been very, very strong in these playoffs. Fleury was able to outduel Price in Game 1. We will see what Game 2 has for us here over the next 2.5 or so hours. Is this one now, Riley Smith takes it for the Golden Knights, trying to work it around the boards. Moved up now to Pietrangelo, out of the zone to neutral ice. Long deflection in behind Price. He comes out and plays it, sends it up the boards. Played there by Weber. Vegas trying to keep it in. It deflects out, though, to the neutral zone, and Montreal goes after it. Vegas keeps possession. Then stepping up there was Weber. Gets the puck back for Montreal. And we get a quick whistle here and a stoppage as that one goes up and out. And that is going to be another attacking zone draw coming up here for the Canadiens as we are 41 seconds in to period 1 now. Still scoreless in this one.
Chandler Stevenson's not in this game? I could have swore they had Waugh as the second line center. Roy.
Oh, is Stevenson injured? I didn't even hear about that. I know that Jeff Petry's back for Montreal tonight.
Yeah,
Petry missed the last 2 games with a hand injury or a finger injury for the Canadiens, but he is back. Long shot there from Petry. That one just deflects wide. This is not a team in Vegas that is super deep down the middle, so losing Stevenson is definitely a loss for them, but it is Nicholas Waugh taking over on that with Stone and Pacioretty on that line. As he is going to play a big, big role in tonight's game for sure, now as they try and cycle it in the offensive zone. AXGN, welcome in. Lamar, welcome in. Amber, welcome. Thank you for being here.
We didn't find out until he wasn't on the ice for pregame warm-ups, and it's not saying what's wrong. So.
Oh, that's classic. So he's just doesn't show. He's not out there for warm-ups, and all of a sudden everyone goes, "Wait, where's Chandler Stevenson?"
Wow. That's big for Montreal. There, you're right. I'll let you keep on going. We'll talk about it at break. But.
Taken here now into the offensive zone, sent right back out there by Vegas. Taken now, Canadiens dump it in. After it is Caulfield, sends it down low around the boards. Trying to chip it out, not able to. It goes up along the side wall there. And that one kept in by Suzuki. He keeps the pressure on, but then Vegas gets back on the back check and steals it out. Taken here now, moved by McNabb up into the middle, past Janmark, now to Kolasar, now to Tuck into the offensive zone. Tuck rips a shot. Nice early save there by Price. Really solid blocker stop there by Carey Price, getting a big stop in early to get himself in this game. As now Vegas trying to work it out of their end, but hard forechecking pressure coming now from Montreal as they're looking to set up in the attacking zone. So with Chandler Stevenson out, Patrick Brown has worked himself back into the lineup here. And Keegan Kolasar has gone up to center the third line with Tuck and Janmark. And Brown is inserted with Carrier and Reeves on line number 4. So that is how the Vegas lineup is working out. Now back to Nick Holden in the offensive zone. Long shot there. That one deflects just wide. Taken now by Joel Armia. Up and out. Cleared there by Montreal. They'll get a line change. Moved up now to the blue line. Canadians stand them up, though, and come back the other way. It's Gallagher into the offensive zone, going in on the attack. Smooth Cat, what is going on? Nije, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. 17 minutes to go in the first. Dumped in there by the Canadiens. They go back into the offensive end. Moved here up the boards. Spun down in the corner, taking their White Cloud with a hit, but the Canadiens are keeping it in the attacking zone. Back to the blue line now, D to Petrie. Petrie trying to get it in front to Gallagher. It just doesn't connect stick to stick, though, and it goes to the corner. Habs keep it in, and we'll try again. Back behind the net. Trying to work it around. Philip Deneau with it in the corner. Hey, Mike and Julie, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. This one's down in the corner now. Move behind. Sent out here. Petrie with a shot. Oh, what a stop there by Fleury. Huge save there by Marc-Andre Fleury, and Vegas is able to clear it out. Montreal right back into the offensive end. That one rolls in on Fleury, and he covers it. And we'll get a stoppage here with 16:08 to go in the first.
Hey, Michael Irish. How you doing, buddy?
Another attacking zone draw here. Petrie with a chance, but Fleury gets a piece of it and keeps this thing scoreless. It'll be another offensive zone face-off for the Canadiens, and boy, they've come out strong to start this game. Montreal is ready to play here in game number 2.
They got the possession game so far by quite a bit. Wow.
Absolutely. 4 shots on goal for Montreal, only 1 for Vegas now 4 minutes in. So that one's one back and shot wide. Hey, Brian, welcome in. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Great to have you watching as always. Under 16 minutes now to go here in the first as the Canadiens move it back through the neutral zone. Vegas not going to let them in cleanly, and they send it back to the Montreal end. Sherratt plays it. He sends it up the boards. Up the wing now past Anderson. Trying to keep it in the blue line with Theodore. And he does. Kotkaniemi will have to try again to get it out. Goes to the other side and clears. Back out to the neutral zone. Brought in again by Vegas. They're looking to get some attacking zone time now. Haven't had much of it yet in this game. So that one gets set in front. Blocked down there. Taken by Montreal, but they can't clear it out. Kept in again there by the Golden Knights. And on the second opportunity, Vegas can't keep that one in, and Montreal sends it back out. Possession, though, still for Vegas. Right back into the offensive end. Now Colasar is coming on the forecheck. It's moved up to Petrie, though. Petrie takes it from Montreal. He gets it out of the zone. Deflected into the offensive end. The puck goes into the corner. Played here. Stolen by Caulfield. Trying to get it out in front. Vegas gets back, though, on the back check, and now they come up ice into the offensive zone. Alex Tuck trying to get around. Cross-ice pass. Just doesn't connect with Janmark. Back the other way. Caulfield, we're getting some up and down action into the offensive zone. Backhanded just wide as he went around McNabb. Gustafsson keeps it in. Nobody there, though. Colasar gets it out. Move now into the offensive zone. Tuck back to Colasar. Colasar with a shot, and that one gets deflected up into the netting, and we get a whistle here. 14:28 to go in the first. Still scoreless, but a flurry of action there at both ends of the ice as these teams get the up and down running gun game going a little bit, and we got chances at for both sides.
Yeah, this is going to be a barn burner if this keeps going, although I like Vegas's chances if they want to keep on going with this run and gun stuff.
Yeah, I mean, that was an exciting couple minutes of hockey right there as these teams went back and forth. And now we got Montreal trying to work it out of their end. Moved here now. Taken by Armia, dumped into the offensive zone. Bubsy, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Montreal now in the offensive zone, trying to get some more attacking zone time. They've got 4 shots on goal already. Trying to work this one around with a cycle game. Eric Stahl with it. Spun around in front. Saved by Fleury. Rebound. He keeps that one out. It goes behind the net. Martinez gets checked by Armia. Perry comes away with the puck. Now to Edmondson. Backdoor chance. And they score! The Canadiens break the ice. I think it was Joel Armia on the second opportunity. And Montreal takes a 1-0 lead here with 13:48 to go in the first.
Wow. Montreal is playing so aggressive in the offensive zone. Holy crap. pinching everywhere. Wow, impressive.
Very impressive start here for the Habs. They have come out ready to play. I think game one was a little bit of a wake up game for them, but they have come out in game number two ready to go. They've adjusted to the time zone. They've adjusted to the full crowd, and they've shown up at least for the first 6+ minutes of this one. They have shown up and they are pushing hard to try and get the lead here. And now with that goal, they are successful in doing so. We'll see if they're able to hold it or if Vegas pushes back. But this has been a very solid start for the Canadiens.
They basically came out and said, if we're going to lose, it's not going to be because we're passive. We're going to just be aggressive and play. Like, they're playing a super aggressive game, man. Holy crap. That's not what I expected at all. Amazing. That is really cool.
Our first goal of this game comes from Joel Armia for the Montreal Canadiens, and he has gives them a 1-0 lead as we head to commercial break here. Our first commercial stoppage of this one. Thank you guys all so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. We'll be back shortly from commercial break. Please don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't yet. It helps out the channel so much and is greatly appreciated. I cover the entire NHL, so fans of all teams are welcome and wanted here. I really, really appreciate you all watching. As you can see, I've got a special guest on tonight. It is the great Perlo Wisdom. His channel is linked in the pinned chat message at the top of the chat. And if you guys want to check him out, he does some great hockey content on his channel. And it certainly would be greatly appreciated. So, Chris had a question for us. Vegas really doesn't fight much, Chris. They're not one of the top fighter teams in the league. I mean, Ryan Reeves, obviously, one of the toughest guys left. But not many guys on other teams fight Ryan Reeves anymore.
No.
So, he only fights like 2 or 3 times a year now because it's hard for him to find partners. But no, Vegas is not a big fighting team. They're just a big body team. They've got a lot of size.
Zach Whitecloud will drop it. Everyone will drop them. But you're right. They don't fight too much. Yeah. I think Zach Whitecloud, Keegan Colasar will drop them. I mean, they got guys that can drop them.
They got guys that can, but they just don't do it a lot.
Yeah, they play a very cerebral game, like very mental. It's like everything has a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
So if they're going to fight, it's going to be like because they want to get something out for their team. They're not just going to do it for the heck of it. So, but that's a good. They do have a lot of fighters, but they don't fight much. It's really weird. Yeah.
Hydrogen, thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. And Jerry with an update here. The Canadiens have announced that they will allow 1,000 more fans in the arena for Game 3. So now their capacity is up to 3,500 rather than 2,500, which they had been having. So more fans in the building for Montreal for the next couple of games. That is great news. Thank you for the update, Jerry. So we are back underway now. Canadiens win it, take it in their own zone, move through the neutral zone and dumped into the offensive end. Down to the corner there, Lehkonen takes it. Back out to the point, long shot. That one deflects just wide. K-Swiss, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Really, really appreciate it. As Vegas ices that one, and we got another stoppage here and another attacking zone draw coming up for Montreal.
Yeah, just like I said, as soon as I think I'm going to underestimate the Montreal Canadiens.
Yeah.
They just come in and dominate the whole first half of the first
outshooting Vegas 7-1 right now.
Yeah.
As Vegas wins that one back and tries to chip it out. They clear it. Moved there. Devin, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Moved here now. Montreal right back into the attacking zone. Cycling the puck. Suzuki down to the corner to Toffoli. Toffoli trying to tuck it in the near post, but that one not able to get it on clean. Moved out now by Vegas. They bring it through the neutral zone and into the offensive end. Pacioretty sends it in front. Price able to block her that one away. Taken now by the Canadiens. Back the other way. They move it to the middle. Nicholas Waugh. He gets pressure there from Caulfield. Stone gets hammered down with a hip check in the middle of the ice, and Montreal dumps it back into the Vegas end. Montreal is playing with all kinds of energy and push right now. They are really going for it here in game number 2. As Vegas now brings it in. Big hit down behind the net, burying one of the Canadian defensemen there, but the Montreal is able to clear it all the way down. No icing on the play. Fleury plays it to Theodore. Theodore up and out of the zone now into the attacking zone. Janmark. He has the puck now for the Golden Knights as they look for the equalizer. That one gets blocked down in front. Another one through the middle, but no one can get a stick on it. Montreal is able to get to it, but not out of the zone. Kept in here. Now it does squirt out there away from Alex Tuck. He dumps it back in as he takes a hit. 11:22 to go now in the first period as this one gets moved up by the Canadiens into the attacking zone. Josh Anderson with it. He spins it around and just rims it around the boards. Taken here along the sidewall now. White Cloud trying to get it out. That one gets kept in, though, at the blue line by the Habs. Good pressure here from the Canadiens early. Back out now, Joel Edmondson. Right back deep behind the net. Played there by the Golden Knights, but can't get it past Perry. Perry cuts to the middle. Trying to get a backhand in. That one deflects wide of Fleury down to the corner. Back out to the blue line. Vegas able to chip it. 10:45 left in the first period. Taken now. Montreal dumps it right back into the Vegas end. Tons of puck possession here for the Canadiens as they are out shooting Vegas now 8-2 to start this game and are up 1-0 on the scoreboard. Now Petrie's back to play it in his own zone. He's on the backhand, gets it to Gallagher. Gallagher around the forechecking pressure. Moved over to the red line, but Vegas takes it back. Stolen again, though, by Montreal. They'll move it through the neutral zone. Marchessault gets it back for Vegas now. Petrie steps up and takes down Smith, and that's going to be a tripping call.
For sure. Yeah, that's a definite penalty right there.
That is going to be a penalty against Jeff Petrie for, you could call it tripping, you could call it interference. Either way, he got in the way of Riley Smith there. Fairly well away from the puck. Smith definitely didn't have the puck. And that is going to put Vegas to the first power play here of this game, and they're going to get a chance to try and equalize. Yeah, he definitely, I mean, that puck was way in front of Smith, and Petrie just took him down.
I thought the one on Stone should have been a penalty, but this one is like no doubter. No doubt about that. Yeah, absolutely. But Vegas started to get their legs moving here, too, and that's the reason why they got they drew a penalty, so that's what Vegas does.
Rose, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Yeah, we got a little chirping after that one, Red Rubber. This obviously isn't at the same hatred level as the Islanders and Lightning, but we're starting to see it build a little bit in this series. There's going to be a power play now for the Golden Knights. Face-off, though, taken by the Canadiens. They work it out. Here come the Habs up ice into the attacking zone, and Fleury has to make a nice save there on Paul Byron. And a very solid start to the penalty kill here for the Canadiens as they get a shorthanded opportunity and will have an offensive zone face-off 8 seconds into the power play. Bradley, what is going on? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here.
Every chance you can get an offensive zone in that's on the penalty kill.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. This one gets taken now. Shea Weber with a bomb. High on Fleury. He shoulders that one up off the netting, and another shorthanded chance there by the Canadiens, and Fleury has to come up with a big stop. Montreal, man, even on the penalty kill, what a start.
What a bomb. Holy crap.
Blast of a shot there from Weber.
Weber's got an amazing shot. Jeez.
Taken now. Canadiens dump it back deep. Vegas trying to still work it out of their end. Not able to. First 30 seconds of this power play, more than half of it's going to be spent in the Vegas zone. And now they finally get it back into the Montreal end. Can't establish possession, though. Kept it in the blue line. That was a really nice keep in there by the Golden Knights. But then they backhanded out of their own zone. Pacioretty's pass back to Martinez did not connect. And we're already down to 1:15 left on the power play. Under 9.5 to go in the first. And Vegas is really having trouble getting set up in the attacking zone here. As Montreal's penalty kill looks very strong. Now Martinez keeps it in. Now Vegas finally has possession. Second minute of the power play has started. Back to the point there, played by Theodore. Golden Knights finally setting up with possession in the offensive zone. Shot there from Pacioretty goes wide. Into the middle, deflected away there by Weber. Deneau sends it all the way out. And that's another clear there for the Canadiens PK. 40 seconds left on the power play. Jace, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Great to see you in the chat. Taken now. 25 seconds left in man advantage time for the Golden Knights. They're setting up again in the offensive zone. Blom there from Pietrangelo. That one goes wide. Found by Montreal. They're going to work it out. Underwater, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Backdoor chance. Move to the middle. Pietrangelo gets it back now. To the point. Carlson. Back to Pietrangelo. He fires one in and Price makes the save. Covers that one up with 2 seconds left on the power play. 8:11 remaining in the first period. And now Edmondson with a little shove on Marchessault after the whistle there. And Montreal's almost killed this thing off. Just another couple of seconds and we'll be back to 5-on-5.
Yeah, I did not see this coming. I thought maybe Montreal might try to trap them a little bit, slow down the game. No. Just totally out-aggressive Vegas. Like, holy man.
Yeah, what a start here for the Canadiens. Outshooting them 10-3 so far in the first 12 minutes of this game. As the power play now comes to an end. And we are back to 5-on-5 as Petrie comes out of the box. And we are all even again with 8 minutes to go in the first period. Montreal trying to work it out of their zone now. They flip it to the middle. Taken there by the Golden Knights, trying to work it back to the offensive end. McNabb dumps that one deep. Carrier and Colasar going in after it here. Taken, though, by the Canadiens, and they're able to work it out at Suzuki. Played now, Vegas again. Trying to dump it back into the Montreal zone. They do. Here's Colasar with a shot. That one gets blocked. Good chance there, but Montreal gets back. And now they're trying to clear, but McNabb pinches on Caulfield. Keeps it in. Second opportunity, Habs get it out. Vegas, though, with possession right back the other way and dumped back into the offensive zone. Here's Nicholas Waugh down low. 7:15 to go in the first. Taken, though, by the Canadiens, and they work it out. Suzuki dumps it into the offensive zone. Here comes Toffoli down in on the forecheck. Vegas trying to work it out. They get it quickly back the other way. Just move to the middle now. Pacioretty into the offensive zone. Pass into the slot. Backhand chance save there by Price. What an opportunity and what a stop there by Carey Price. He's been sharp on the shots that he has had to face here early. As Vegas goes and regroups back in their own end now. Back through the neutral zone. Trying to dump it deep. They send it in and they'll get a line change. Carlson's line coming out now. Carlson, Smith, and Marchessault. Taken now here, though, back the other way. Up and now Corey Perry has it at the red line for the Canadiens. He'll dump it in deep. Sent around behind Marc-Andre Fleury. 6:20 to go now in the first period. As Vegas works it back the other way. And they send it deep into the Montreal zone. Here comes Marchessault on the forecheck. Played through, though. And the Canadiens are able to work it out. They get it now into the Vegas end. Trying to get around Martinez. What a chance. Backhand. Or a back-checking pressure. Coming from Pietrangelo, but that shot ends up going high over the bar from the back checker there. Montreal brings it right back in, though. Weber again on the attack to Lehkonen. Lehkonen with a shot. That one gets blocked. Rebound chance stopped again in front. Alex Tuch takes it now for Vegas. Moved up through the neutral zone into the offensive end. Janmark dumps that one. Weber tries to backhand it out. All the way down now. Anderson going after it. No icy on the play. McNabb lands a hit there on Anderson. Vegas trying to work away with it. It's Theodore out there. And that's kept in at the blue line. Here's Paul Byron with a chance into the middle. That one just sent wide of the post. Canadiens back on the attack here, looking to extend the lead. Long shot in. That one doesn't get through anybody, though. Big pile in front. Still 1-0 Montreal. We're down to 5:12 left in the first. Down now, moved around the offensive end. Taken here by Sherratt, back to Byron. Byron with it. Back to Sherratt at the point. Long shot through traffic. Blocked on the way through. Taken by Janmark and backhanded out. All the way down. No icing as it was deflected on the way out. Under 5 minutes now to go. And it was played with a high stick. So it was played with a high stick by one of the Montreal players. And it will be an attacking zone draw for the Golden Knights coming up here.
We could have one for the ages here, buddy.
Yeah, this has been an
This
awesome
is
first period.
the way these guys are, the way they're playing. They are like Montreal is not showing any intimidation at all with Vegas. They are going to out aggressive the Vegas Golden Knights. I mean, that I didn't see this coming, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing. Wow.
Connor, what is going on? Sasha, what is going on? Joey, welcome in. Thank you guys all for being here. Really, really appreciate it. We have just gone to commercial break here in an action-packed first period that has the Montreal Canadiens up 1-0 on Vegas and really doing a good job of controlling the play so far. And they've had a really, really strong first frame of this one so far. But welcome in, everybody. Thank you guys all so much for being here. As always, it really does mean a lot. Please don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. I cover the entire NHL, so fans of all teams are welcome and wanted here. It helps out the channel an absolute ton. And I should be streaming the rest of the games in these playoffs. So really, really looking forward to that, and hopefully you guys are too. As you can see, I'm joined by a special guest tonight. It's a great Perlo Wisdom. His channel is linked in the pinned comment at the top of the chat. If you want to check out his channel, it would really mean a lot. He does some awesome work on his channel, including a show, a 2-hour NHL show, weekdays 3 to 5 Eastern time in the afternoons. It is awesome. So you definitely don't want to miss that. Sports Geeks is here. What is going on, Sports Geeks? Welcome in. Ski, welcome in.
Sports Geeks. Well, I haven't seen Sports Geeks for a while. Thanks for coming in.
Goal was scored by Joel Armia, Ski. Armia got the goal for Montreal. We're coming back from commercial break here. Paolo, what is going on? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it.
Joey Serrano's on the Perlo show all the time.
Oh, yeah.
The guy's freaking boss, man. He's going to be, I told him already, we haven't even built the Perlo Hall of Fame yet, and he's already in it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's taken now 4:40 to go here in the first period, and that one deflected up and out of play. It should be, looks like it might be coming back to the neutral zone here for this face-off. We'll get
Travis
quick
Green is in for the game. Travis Green is watching this game.
Wow.
Cool.
That is cool. So we got a neutral zone draw here. Spencer, what is going on? Welcome in.
Mercer. Kyle's in the house. Thanks for coming in, Kyle. Right on. Another one for the Hall of Fame, for sure.
Taken now. Face-off one back there by the Canadiens, but Vegas is after him. Trying to get it back. Carrier brings it into the offensive zone. Reeves gets tripped down there, but keeps possession here. Now Montreal finally gets it and comes back the other way. Pass too far in front of Perry, though. And now here comes William Carrier into the offensive end for Vegas, trying to get a pass in front. Not able to cleanly get it through. Ryan Reeves gets a cycle game going. Back behind the net. Petrie trying to work it up the boards. Able to get it out. Perry now clears it to the neutral zone for the Canadiens. 4 minutes to go in the first period. Dumped in there by Montreal. Reeves goes back to get it. Taken now by Vegas in their own zone. Now to the neutral zone. Trying to work it up to the offensive end. Stolen back, though, by Montreal. The Habs into the attacking end now. Caulfield after it. He loses it off his stick. Vegas trying to clear it out. Pacioretty goes off the glass and gets it all the way down. But that's going to be icing against the Golden Knights. 3:37 to go in the first. There'll be an attacking zone face-off for the Canadiens coming up.
Who's winning? I think Montreal's winning the energy, but Vegas is coming back. Vegas is coming back pretty good. They're making a bit of a comeback, but still got to give it to the Habs.
Taken now, one back. Played here by Caulfield. Into the middle, shot again. Montreal scores again! Right in the middle, it's Tyler Toffoli. And the Canadiens take a 2-0 lead as that one squeaks by Fleury. We've got another one here. Montreal goes up 2-0. Right off the face-off, they set it up in the offensive end. Petrie gets it to Caulfield. And then Caulfield with a great pass to Toffoli in the middle, who just keeps it right on the ice and slides it under Marc-Andre Fleury there, right through the legs. Right through the legs of Fleury there. And the Canadiens have a 2-goal lead now.
Wow. Well, at least over 5 is looking good.
Taken now, 3:10 to go in the first. Moved up now. Vegas trying to get it into the offensive end, but Waugh gets outskated there by Edmondson. And Edmondson pokes the puck away. Now Deneau trying to send it around the boards to the half wall. Kept in there by Vegas. Under 3 minutes to go in the first. Sent out in front. Long shot there. That one gets blocked. Vegas gets possession back, though. Theodore with it. D to D. Now to Pietrangelo. Back to Theodore. Now trying to get it down to the corner. Pacioretty plays it. Behind the net. Sent out in front. Back to the point now. Shea Theodore with it. Long blast there. That one gets blocked down by Montreal, and they come back the other way. Dumped in there by the Canadiens. They'll head off for a line change. Moved up now. All the way down there. Another icing call against Vegas. 2:21 to go in the first. Montreal with the 2-0 lead. And outshooting the Golden Knights 10-4 in this first period, and they are going to get another offensive zone face-off here.
Yeah, I don't think this is close to over yet. I still think Vegas can come back in this no problem. But they're going to have to come with a different plan in second for sure.
Absolutely, as that one's won back defensively and moved up. Cleared out there by the Golden Knights. Montreal trying to gain possession back. Taken now back into the Vegas end as we tick down towards 2 minutes to go. Josh Anderson with a good hit on the forecheck, but the Golden Knights move it up. Moved in now behind the net. Taken there by Sherratt. Into the middle. Cleared out there again as that one goes all the way back to the Vegas zone. Josh Anderson is after it. He and Whitecloud bang bodies as they go to the end boards. Taken now by Tuck. Good pinch, though, from Armia. He gets checked by Holden, but the Habs are back putting on the forechecking pressure here. 1:35 to go in the first. That one gets played by Edmondson back in his own zone as Montreal takes possession again. Moved up now over the red line and dumped into the offensive zone. Taken down there behind the net. Taken by Martinez. 1:20 left in the first period as William Karlsson throws it into the offensive zone. Riley Smith goes after it, but Montreal's able to clear it. Back to the Vegas end. Allen, welcome in. Eric, welcome in. Thank you guys all for watching. That's another icing call here against the Golden Knights. And Montreal is going to get another attacking zone face-off here. Already up by 2.
Yeah, I didn't like that. That was a frustration icing. You know, you don't like to see that. That was an icing almost purely out of frustration. So they're getting under Vegas right now.
Yeah, I mean, Montreal is just giving it to them in this first period. So that one gets won back by Karlsson. Taken down in the corner. Played here by Pietrangelo. Moved up and out. Taken here by Weber back in his own zone. Breakout coming for the Canadiens as they start the rush again. Back through the neutral zone and into the offensive end. Sent all the way around. Caulfield taken away, though, by McNabb in the corner, but it's behind the net. Canadiens get it back. Long shot goes wide of the far post. 40 seconds left in the period. Eric, thank you so much for subscribing. Really, really appreciate it. Let's get that new sub hype in the chat for Eric. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Other Eric Douglas, welcome into the chat. Thank you for being here. We got 25 seconds left in the first period. This one gets moved through the middle now. Taken here by Suzuki. Montreal's going to curl back and just make a possession play here. Final seconds of the first period winding down. It's been all Montreal so far. Outshooting them 11-4 and winning 2-0 on the scoreboard. Back into the offensive end. Big pad stop there by Fleury. And that comes right at the end as the horn sounds now, and we have ended the first period. So we head to the first intermission with a 2-0 Montreal lead as they came out flying here in period number 1 and really took it to the Golden Knights in just about every aspect of the game here. So what a spectacular first for the Canadiens, and they have a 2-0 lead to show for it. But welcome in, guys. Thank you all so much for being here. Really, really appreciate each and every one of you in the chat. Please don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't yet. Cover the entire NHL, so fans of all teams are welcome and wanted here. I'll be streaming all playoffs long, doing the rest of the games in these playoffs. So, would love to have you become part of the community here. As you can see, we got a special guest. Perlo is on. Perlo Wisdom. His channel is linked at the top of the chat in the pinned comment. So if you guys want to check that out, it would certainly be appreciated. Yes, Paolo, I will be streaming in the off season. But man, Vegas, not a good first period for them, and Montreal really brought it there in the first 20 minutes, and they came out ready to go in this one.
What's this flipping the puck out of the zone into the neutral zone thing that Vegas is doing? They're basically just flipping the puck. I think I don't know what they're doing. They're doing it a lot, like over and over and over again. Maybe they were just holding on or something. I don't know. It's really not a good idea, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't know. Vegas just completely outworked and outmatched in every way in that first period. And Montreal was just way more aggressive, way faster to the puck, way harder on the puck when they had it or were trying to get it. And Vegas was trying to just play this dump out game that wasn't working. And if Vegas is going to need to come back with much better skating legs in period 2 if they're going to come back in this one. They've got to get the legs working. They've got to get some possession. They've got to get the cycle game going in the offensive zone. Because Montreal just was able to win in every aspect of the game there in that first period.
Yeah, I don't think Vegas expected them to come out and try to out-aggressive them. And I don't blame them. Like, I never saw that coming at all. Like, do you want to out-aggressive Vegas? Like, do you understand Colorado? That is ballsy, man. I'll tell you what right now.
They're doing it.
I love Vegas. I'm rooting for Vegas, but I got mad respect for the Habs with what they did in that period. That was absolutely awesome. And I think Vegas was just like, what do we do now? We didn't plan for this.
Yeah.
Like, it really looked like they didn't plan for that at all.
Yeah, what's going on, Jack? Welcome in. Heads up, what is going on? Welcome in. Yeah, obviously, Petrie and Merrill in the lineup for Montreal. Petrie coming back is absolutely huge for them. He's a really important defenseman in that group, and him being back in the lineup is massive. And then obviously Stevenson out for Vegas. That is a loss. That is a loss out of their top 6. Nicholas Waugh now has to move up and play a second line role. Or really kind of even a first line role if with the wingers that he's having with Pacioretty and Stone. He moves up into the top 6 now. And, not having Stevenson there is definitely hurting for Vegas. And they just look completely outmatched in that first period. Like, they were not ready for this game, and Montreal was in every single way. They were ready to come out and just pound it from the opening drop of the puck.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They were taking it to them. Pinching, heavy pinching. Like, they were basically saying, okay, you know what? If you can beat us in the offensive zone, we'll give it to you. But I wouldn't have expected Montreal to come out and play like that. So I think Vegas is going to come back with a different plan. The dumping from the offensive zone to me was sort of like, let's get to the second and work out a new plan because I don't know what to do here. Like, they keep on flipping it into the neutral zone over and over again. That to me is like, I don't know what to do right now. because that's certainly not what you want to be doing on a regular
No,
basis.
they got to skate. Vegas has got to skate. They looked so slow compared to Montreal in that first period. They have got to get the legs moving in
Mhm.
period 2. That is the only way that they're going to be able to come back into this game. They have got to get their legs going. They've got to win some puck battles and establish some offensive zone time, because Montreal was in the Vegas end for at least half that period.
Oh yeah, like right off the get-go. It appeared to me that Vegas thought that they were going to do what I thought Montreal was going to do, and do what Minnesota did
Mm-hmm.
a couple times when they were tired, was play a trap game against them, and it was effective actually. I don't think they were prepared for that type of an aggressive game by the Montreal Canadiens, and it took them by surprise. And by the time they got around to figuring out what they were doing, it was almost too late.
Yeah.
You know.
AJ, Jonathan, Logan, welcome in. Thank you guys all for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Great to see you in the chat.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see what Vegas does coming out here this next time, because Montreal's got to have them thinking.
Yeah, we've got to see major adjustments from Vegas in period 2 here. Absolutely.
They can't. They're taking away all their options in the neutral zone.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing it very aggressively. It appears like they're basically saying, we want to dump it. We're going to challenge you to dump and chase. We're going to challenge your speed.
Mm-hmm.
And I think maybe it might be a good idea for now to try it for a little while, because Vegas tries to play a possession game where they hold it at the offensive blue line. They really like to do that. But I think maybe they should try it for a little bit, see, just to get the legs moving, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
Because Montreal's taken all their options out in the neutral zone.
Yeah, and I think that the biggest thing for the Golden Knights is they just got to come out with more skating and more skating legs and just more energy, more speed than they had in that first period. Montreal completely outskated them in period 1. And it starts there. The game of hockey starts there. You gotta win the puck battles. You gotta win this. You gotta be able to outskate your opponent and get to the puck. And that's where Vegas needs to start with to try and get things back on track in period number 2. And if they can establish a little bit of puck possession, then you get set up in the offensive zone. You can start getting some chances, and you can get yourself back into this game with a couple of goals. But it's got to start with the puck possession for sure. And
and they're a great puck possession team, but
yeah, they usually are.
In this case, they were looking up, going, "I got nobody to pass this to," and they didn't expect that. They're playing. Montreal's playing so far into the offensive zone in the neutral zone, and they were like, "What? We didn't know this was going to happen."
Yeah.
So they started trying to flip it over them. That's what I think they were doing at the end, trying to flip it over them. Montreal took them totally by surprise. So I have a feeling Vegas will have a different plan coming in here. I think even DeBoer will be they're saying, you know what, they got us. We didn't expect this, but we got to have a plan. We've seen this before, so let's go this route. I think this is going to be a barn burner still. I really think Vegas is going to come out with a different plan, and it's going to be a really great game.
Yeah, I definitely expect some adjustments to be made. Vegas is too good of a team to, let that one bad period continue into a whole bad game. Like they're a good enough team, they're a well coached enough team that they're going to make adjustments, and I think we're going to see a much more engaged Vegas Golden Knights team in period number 2 than what we just watched in the first 20 minutes.
Yeah, I agree with you totally. What was it? Julian got fired mid-season. I mean, can we give props to Ducharme, man? I mean, he has been an absolute beast.
Montreal really didn't pick it up until the playoffs, John. Like, their record in the regular season under Ducharme wasn't really any better than what it was under Julian. It was regular season, they were a slightly above 500 team under both coaches. It wasn't until the playoffs that Montreal's picked it up.
That is true, yeah. But when you take into consideration that when they did fire Julian, Weber, who very seldom publicly talks about what's going on in the team in a public forum, did mention in a public to the media that there was a problem in the room.
Yeah.
So if he mentioned it like that,
There was a
there was a big
there
problem
was a
in the room.
problem, absolutely.
So Ducharme worked out this problem, and by playoff time had a plan in place. And I'll tell you, I know I can't speak for anybody else, but I was one to think that Ducharme wasn't the guy. I was right there, and I was totally wrong. I'm giving full props now, dude. You got my attention. You are doing some seriously cool stuff, for sure. Ducharme, yeah. But you're right. Like the regular season, you didn't have a reason to think he was any better than what Julian is doing.
I think getting Ducharme in there is what allowed them to stay above 500. Maybe if they didn't fire Julian, the problem was bad enough that they would have been an under 500 team if Julian had coached the whole year and maybe not even make the playoffs. Maybe Calgary would have gotten that spot. So it's tough to say. Obviously, they did change coaches, and it's worked certainly well in the playoffs. It's certainly gone well in the playoffs so far for Montreal, and Ducharme is doing a really nice job with this team. Porcupine, welcome in. Lorne, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it.
Lorne's in the house. How you doing, buddy? Lorne's on my show all the time. Lorne's everywhere all the time. He's great. Yeah. No, those are really good points. They could have slipped down further if it wasn't for that. I mean, for Weber to come out and say that in the media is not something normal that he does.
Yeah.
He's one of the greatest leaders hockey's seen.
Mm-hmm.
And, so for him to come out and do that, there had to be a problem. But I'm not saying nothing about Montreal from now on. Like,
no.
They are making me look like an absolute fool all through the season, everything. Like, really. And, Bergevin, wow. We were like asking for his head not too long ago. And now he's looking like a mad genius.
Yeah, so, I know. Montreal finished in the regular season right where I thought they would, 4th place. But I was not expecting them to be this good in the playoffs, but they have been absolutely phenomenal in the postseason. And they've just taken their game to a different level that we didn't really see a whole lot of in the regular season. They've brought it come playoff time. And this is what happens when a team gets rolling. They can roll for a long time if they can keep up that energy and keep up that level of play. And that's what we've seen the Canadiens be able to do. And, man, now we didn't know how they were going to respond to game number 1. Obviously, Vegas had a very good first game, had a really, really good second and third periods in particular, really dominated there. And, we didn't know how Montreal was going to react to that because they hadn't been beaten in a while. Going into game 1, Montreal had a 7-game winning streak going that was snapped. But, man, they have come out in game number 2, and they have brought it. And they look like they are not just going to be a pushover. They are not just going to let Vegas walk away with this. And they're going to seriously fight back. And they deserve a lot of credit for that, absolutely.
Yeah. No, yeah, they had I'm like really a lot of respect for this team. A lot of respect for this team now. I'm a pretty big Vegas fan, but if Montreal did win, I think I'd be rooting for them the rest of the way. I hope that doesn't happen, but and I'm Canadian. You think I'd be going for the Canadian team, and I love Montreal. I've been to Montreal, but when somebody brought Atlanta, I can't see it.
No.
You lose
they got
a team
2
twice.
chances already. They're done.
Yeah. I would love it. I would have loved Atlanta to be able to support a team. It was just unfortunate, just poorly owned, right?
Yeah. Unless the league goes to like 40 teams or something, you're not going to see Atlanta again.
Yeah, and it would take some big money guy to say, you know what, I'm going to do like what Dundon did at Carolina or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
to have a total plan, saying this is how I'm going to succeed and really sell it hardcore. because I would love to see it. It's a great sports city, and it would be awesome, but it's not likely. Milwaukee, that would be cool. That's a pretty small market there, right? Milwaukee.
Yeah, that's a pretty small market. I'd be surprised.
We're hockey would be at a really high point to get Milwaukee to be
Yeah.
able to think it's going to be okay with Milwaukee. I think we'll get there. We just got the big contract, right?
Yeah.
And
I,
it's getting very popular and more popular in the United States. So. Houston, yeah, I can see Houston.
I think Houston's in line to get a team a lot sooner than people think.
Yeah,
I think Houston might be the next U.S. city in line.
because Dallas doesn't have any problems.
No, Dallas is well supported, and the natural rivalry that you would have there between Dallas and Houston would be like insane right from the get go, and actually, Houston's been a team that's been talked about quite a bit over the last like 5 to 6 years. I mean, it was always known that Seattle was what they were going for. We all knew that Seattle was going to be once Vegas came in. We knew that next stop was Seattle, but after that, I think Houston's next on the list.
I think so too. I think it's like they just want to. The owner of the Dallas Stars, I can't remember his name, Carmanos? No, that's not his name. But he's going to want to make sure that he doesn't lose his fan base in that sense, because he probably gets quite a few from that area. They just want to make sure that they can fill both arenas.
Yeah, but I think Houston is the biggest TV market in the U.S. that doesn't have an NHL team.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be cool, no doubt about it. All the markets like we here in Canada they talk about Quebec getting another team, and I'm like, way down the road. I don't worry about that right now. Seriously, I want that U.S. market. I want to be big like baseball and all of that, and then we can come back to Canada again. But right now, I think that's where we need to focus, trying to get as many U.S. cities as we can afford to. We can. So I'm hoping, yeah, Houston would be fantastic. We'll see. It'll be a while, yeah, because you got to see. We just expanded twice. We got to see what the talent pool looks like.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be expansion again for a while. I think now that we're at 32 teams, I think it's going to stay at 32 teams. But if a team moves, I think Houston's on the list.
I hope a team. I think if
Arizona Arizona to Houston would be the move.
I hope it doesn't happen. I hope Arizona succeeds.
I don't think they're going to.
It's not looking great, but I really would like to see them succeed there. I actually think if a team moves, that is where you might end up having a team in Quebec, because they're ready for a team right now. Like, they got the arena, they got everything right now. They're ready for a team right now. And you know that team's going to succeed, like to a certain extent. But the reason why they left went to Colorado, the owner, because you can only expand so much in Quebec. Like, there's not much, like the population base is pretty.
Yeah, it's smaller. It's a smaller area.
Yeah, you're going to get your 15,000. And are we starting here now?
Yeah, and the Nordiques kind of always played second fiddle to the Canadiens.
That's true too.
So
you're never going to get more fans than what you already get in Quebec. There's no other place you can draw from, really. So.
Yeah. All right, we are back underway for the start of period 2 here. Montreal with a 2-0 lead, outshooting Vegas 12-4 in this one, and they are right back into the offensive zone to start the second. Cycling the puck around here, Gallagher down in the corner. Moved in there, Deneau with a shot that gets deflected up and out of play. We get a stoppage here, 30 seconds in. It will be an attacking zone face-off for the Montreal Canadiens yet again here. They've got the 2-0 lead, and they are off to a really, really good start in this one, and a solid start in the offensive zone for the second period as well. picking up right where they left off in the first. We'll see if that continues. What a performance so far through the first 20 and a half minutes now for the Canadiens in this one on the road.
Yeah, they just showed the offensive zone time, and Montreal was only up 30 seconds in the first period. That seems very
I don't
odd.
believe that for a second.
I can't see that. But anyways, whatever. But
Vegas back in it now, trying to cycle it around. Played here by Anderson, back behind a Weber. Weber now, behind his own net. Try not to lose it to Pacioretty. Pacioretty comes in with a big hit. But Weber moves it and gets it up to Kotkaniemi out of the zone now. Sherratt. Sherratt over the red line, back into the offensive end here for Montreal. Taken here now, moved up through the neutral zone, back into the offensive end. Taken now. Vegas with it, getting possession back at their own blue line. They get it through the neutral zone now, up to Waugh into the offensive end. Pass too far in front of Tuck. Taken there to the corner now. Habs trying to work it out. Taken here now. Canadiens with possession, just back in their own end. Working it up through the neutral zone slowly and methodically. Dumped into the offensive end by Toffoli. That goes into the corner. Vegas trying to bring it back the other way. Taken, though, stolen back by the Canadiens, but Vegas gets it in the middle. Taken by Whitecloud over the red line, backhanded into the attacking zone. Vegas heads off for a line change. Price leaves it behind the net. Pressure coming from Patrick Brown, though. Good forecheck here. Carrier comes in. Vegas getting it in the attacking zone. Back to the blue line, kept in. Good cycling game here for the fourth line of the Golden Knights. They're trying to get some energy going. Wraparound attempt. Price holds the post. Taken now, Pietrangelo out at the point, long shot. That one goes all the way through him. Price grabs it with the glove. And he makes a save there on Alex Pietrangelo. 17:32 to go in the second. And it'll be an offensive zone face-off for Vegas. That was the kind of shift that the Golden Knights needed. And they get it from the fourth line.
Yeah, and kind of what I was saying is they're still resisting it. I think they really got to look at a dump and chase a little bit. Not all the time, but a little bit, especially with Chandler Stevenson out. Maybe get a little less creative for a little bit, you know? We'll see. We'll see if they do it. But
Cyrus, I have absolutely no idea if that actually is a thing or not. I never played goalie, so I have no clue if that affects them at all. I know as a skater, it made no difference to me what color the other team was wearing, but for a goaltender, I don't know if that makes a difference. I've never been a goalie, but I don't know, maybe it's possible.
yeah, it's a good point. I think in some ways that it can cross the body or whatever and get lost in the I would think probably it does have some sort of an effect.
I'll have to ask one of my old goalies sometime and see if the teams with black jerseys were harder to see the puck against.
Yeah.
That one rung off the post there. Oh, what a chance. Vegas in on the rush. They ring it off the pipe.
Yeah.
And now Montreal's able to clear it out. 16 and a half to go in the second. Vegas is starting to get their legs going a little bit. They've had a couple good shifts now. I think the Golden Knights are coming alive as this one's moved into the middle. Stone with a shot, and Price makes the save.
Wow.
All right, Vegas is awake, I think. They finally woken up.
Yeah, just the inside of the post.
Yeah, that one. Pacioretty here. What a chance. Right off the inside of the pipe.
Yeah.
And then
nice
Stone comes back at the other again after and rips one in low blocker side on Price, and Price is able to squeeze it. Yes, Brian, I usually go to a lot of them. Yes, Lauren, that is how YouTube works. Everything is delayed. Taken now, move through the middle. Dumped back in by Vegas. 16:05 to go in the second. And the Golden Knights seem to finally be coming alive here as They've had a few good chances in the last few minutes, and they've had some good shifts in the attacking zone.
It'll be cool when we get streaming for Steel Flyers and maybe even going at the games where we're both at the exact same time all the time. That'd be freaking awesome.
Yeah, but
But
YouTube still has a delay. Like
yeah,
there's
yeah,
a delay on YouTube. Like the camera input has to run through Streamlabs, and then Streamlabs has to run it through YouTube. So there's always a minimum 7-second delay
yeah.
on everything. Even if you set everything to low latency and set it as close to same time as you can, it's still like a 7-8 second delay.
Yeah.
Taking now 15:40 to go here in the second period. Move through the middle. Montreal back into the attacking zone. Rose, Candace, welcome in. Ace, welcome in. Thank you for being here. 15:20 to go in the second. Move now, Canadiens through the neutral zone. Dumped into the offensive end. That one gets sent around. $15-13 to go here in the second period. Montreal with a 2-0 lead. Vegas is starting to push back a little bit, though. Anonymous, thank you so much for subscribing. Really, really appreciate it. Let's get some new sub hype in the chat for our new subscriber, Anonymous.
Nice. Score predictions. I'm going to say 4-2 Vegas. I still think they're going to come back.
Vegas now in the offensive zone, trying to work it around behind the net. Montreal trying to work it out. Pietrangelo keeps it in. Long shot there. That one goes high on Price. Rebound chance. He's able to stop that one aside. Possession kept, though, by the Golden Knights. Setting up again in the offensive zone. Backdoor pass. And they thought they scored.
So did I.
Everybody thought that they just scored. Even Martinez had his hands in the air, but the puck does not go in. Price is somehow able to keep this out. I have no idea how this puck didn't go in the net. It's very rare that the players think that they scored.
It went off his shoulder.
What a save there.
Oh, no, it didn't. He put it over the net. Martinez just put it over the net. Oh my gosh.
Jesus, Martinez. You had the first goal for Vegas right there.
You gotta be potting those ones when you got Price and net, man.
It went over the bar there.
Totally put, but it was rolling too, but geez, that was an opportunity.
Well, now Montreal's back in on the attack in the offensive zone. Back to the point there. Long shot through traffic. Blocked down in front. Rebound attempt. Fleury makes a save and covers it. We'll get a stoppage here with 14-17 to go in the second period. It'll now be an attacking zone draw here for the Canadiens as they look to get back in, setting up in the offensive end and getting some pressure on as Vegas has pushed back a little bit here over the last few minutes. Montreal could use a good shift in the offensive zone.
Yeah, Vegas got away with one there. Lehkonen got tripped up big time there. They didn't get a call. But
offensive zone draw here for the Canadiens. They're going to look to win it back. Steven, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Good to see you. And they're going to redo that. What happened here? There's a lot of arguing going on here before this puck drop.
Montreal's got 64% on faceoffs. I guess that has another thing of Chandler Stevenson not being in too, right?
Yeah, one back there, though, by Kolasar, and Vegas is able to move it out. Here come the Golden Knights. Up to White Cloud into the offensive end. He comes on the rush and gets taken down there by Armia. And that is going to be a penalty call against Joel Armia for holding. And Vegas is going to go to the power play here. So the Golden Knights will get another chance on the man advantage. They did not do very much with their first power play opportunity. And now they're going to get another one here in period 2. And they're going to try and cut this to a 1-goal game with a big power play goal as Armia heads off.
Who was that that sold that penalty? It looks like it was sold pretty good, too. Who was that?
I have to see the replay again.
Whoever it was sold it really well, because I don't think he's going to flip like that, because Armia with one hand did that. He sold it really well.
Dennis, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. This Montreal gets another early clear on the penalty kill. Their penalty killing has been phenomenal so far in this game. They killed off the first one with relative ease, and they're trying to kill off penalty number 2 here as that one is cleared all the way down again. 30 seconds already gone of the power play. 13:35 now to go in the second period. Porcupine, thank you so much for subscribing. Really, really appreciate it. Let's get that hype in the chat for our new subscriber, Porcupine. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It gets cleared now here. Montreal with it again, all the way down, and they're doing a great job on the PK once again. Vegas struggling to get anything going as Pietrangelo gets run over by Toffoli. But here comes Vegas now up ice into the offensive zone. Marchessault in the corner, around the boards. Nobody there at the point. That goes all the way down. That was a free clear there for Montreal from Vegas. 50 seconds left on the power play. Now under 13 to go in the second period. Move now into the attacking zone. Vegas trying to going again here on the man advantage. Thank you, Porcupine. Really, really appreciate that. Montreal's penalty kill has been phenomenal all playoffs long. They are just dominating the Vegas power play to this point. But here's a chance. That one's saved by Price. Rebound in front. Bouncing around. Vegas eventually comes away with possession. Back out now. Blast there. Martinez stick. Brett breaks in half. 12:20 left in the second. 13 seconds of power play time remaining. Vegas finally set up in the offensive zone. Looking to get something going here on the man advantage. Back to the point. Long shot through. Rebound chance. Price keeps it out. Makes a save on that one too. And it's cleared as the penalty comes to an end. Montreal kills off another one. And we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Still 2-0 Canadiens. Taken now, 11:50 to go in the second period. Back to the offensive zone. William Carrier, he backhands it in. Stuck away there by Price. Vegas keeps possession, though. Habs trying to clear the zone. That one goes wide. They get it past White Cloud, and now they get it out. Taken there, chipped off the glass to the sideboards. Taken by Vegas, back the other way, trying to work it back into the attacking zone. Played here. In on the rush. Here comes Holden. He gets checked, though, by Weber. Puck's behind the net. Played by Janmark. Caulfield trying to work it out. Taken now by the Montreal. They're able to clear the zone. Weber can't keep it out, though, as it's sent back in by Vegas. 11:11 to go, and we're going to get a stoppage here.
There's an offside.
Offsides there against the Golden Knights, and we are going to head to our first commercial break of period number 2. Montreal 2, Vegas 0. And very good first half of this game for the Canadiens. Vegas trying to push back. They've had a little bit more jump in their step here the last few minutes, and they're trying to get it back on track. But it's been a very, very good game for the road game for the Canadiens so far. So welcome in, everybody. Thank you guys all for being here. Very, very much appreciated as always. It would mean a lot if you guys could hit the thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't. I cover the entire NHL, so fans of all teams are welcome and wanted here. I should be streaming every game remaining in these 2021 playoffs. And as you can see, I am joined by a special guest, Perlo Wisdom. His channel is linked at the top of the chat in the pinned comment if you want to check him out. He does some great hockey content covering the NHL on his channel as well. And we're here for game number 2, Montreal with the 2-0 lead right now. Appreciate you guys all being here as we are at commercial break.
Yeah, I'm going to grab a coffee here, buddy.
All right, sounds good. Sports Geeks, I'm sorry to hear that. That sucks, man. Broken foot is tough. That's never good. Hopefully it heals up. Hopefully it heals up quickly and you can get back to 100%. Montreal and Vegas here. This game is definitely not going how I thought it was going to. I was not expecting the Canadiens to come out and play this freaking well. They've had a very, very good one here. Snake Sports, what is going on? Hockey GMC, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you for watching. I do not care, GMC. I'm not rooting for anybody. It literally does not matter to me. It sucks, Austin. Hopefully they can get it the next time out. That's just, this series is very different from the Lightning and Isles one, John. This is a this has not been the same level of physicality in this series, and that's just the way that this one's been going. It may never pick up. It might not. What's going on, Eddie? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Moved now by Anderson into the offensive zone. He's trying to cut in there on Fleury, but he goes down and the puck ends up behind the net. Taken by Vegas now. Back the other way. Into the offensive zone here. 10:40 to go in the second now. Montreal back out of their end. Back up ice. Into the attacking zone. Byron shot. Gets deflected by White Cloud. High over the net. Vegas trying to keep it in the offensive zone. Or in the trying to get it out of the defensive zone. Montreal's trying to keep it in the offensive zone. Not able to. Now Vegas works it to the middle. Trying to work it up here. Played there by the Canadiens. Back out to neutral ice. We're ticking down towards the halfway point of this game. Petrie takes it back here for Montreal. Canadian shot lead is not what it was. It was 12-4 at one point. Now it's 13-11. So Vegas is pushed back, but they haven't been able to get anything by Price as we hit the 10-minute mark of the second period and the halfway point of this game. Montreal still holding on to the 2-goal lead. Down in the corner now, Colasar. Trying to work it up to Pacioretty. 9:45, long shot from the point there. Blocked on the way through. Played here by the Canadiens. Moved to the middle. Gallagher. Up now to Lehkonen into the offensive zone. He rips a shot. Shoulder save there by Fleury. Taken now. 9.5 to go in the second period. Playing it in the Vegas end. Montreal in hard on the forecheck. Perry with a hit there on Pietrangelo, but Vegas works it up and out. Cleared all the way back. Taken now by the Canadiens. Habs back in on the attack as they dump it in deep. Fleury comes out to play it. Moved up the wall, though. Played by the Golden Knights. Fleury comes out again. Moved there by Vegas all the way down. That's going to be icing, though. And it's going to be an attacking zone draw coming up here for the Habs with 9:02 left to go in the second period. And they'll have another chance to extend the lead in the offensive zone here. Taken now, offensive attacking end for the Canadiens. Suzuki in to take the draw. That one gets won back defensively, though, by Vegas, and they're trying to work it out. Cleared back to the neutral zone. Luke, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Zone gets moved up and into the offensive end, but they got to tag up to get on side, and Montreal gets possession back. Moved now over the red line. Taken there by Gustafsson into the offensive zone. He chips it deep. Forechecking pressure coming for the Canadiens.
Wow. Vegas looks like they've lost their steam again.
Yeah, Montreal's kind of taking possession back here. And Vegas had that push there for a little while, but it seems to have worn off. Move now. Here come the Golden Knights through the neutral zone. Back into the offensive end. Still trying to get one by Price. Frank, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Back here, Martinez with a shot. Save there by Carey Price. Carey Price with a big stop there, and that one's cleared back to the neutral zone. But Vegas dumps it back in, and Carrier goes in on the forecheck. Fourth line out again for the Golden Knights. Trying to get some zone time established here. Trying to keep pushing as they look to get back into this one, down by a couple. Reeves down low with Brown and Carrier out there on the forward, forechecking pressure coming. But that one's cleared out there by Montreal, and they send it up back to the Vegas end. Now Perry with a check there on Martinez behind the net. Vegas plays it. Moved up to Marchessault. Marchessault takes it and gets it through the neutral zone. Here comes Riley Smith now into the offensive end. Pass into the middle, gets stolen there by the Canadiens, and they work it out. Coming back the other way now. In on the attack, here comes Gallagher. He's got guys all over him, though, and Vegas is able to steal the puck back. Trying to work it into the offensive zone. The Golden Knights again. Big hit on Carlson by Chirac. Down in the corner. 6:50 to go now in the second. Vegas trying to get a cycle going in the offensive zone. Moved out in front, not able to cleanly get it through, but Pietrangelo keeps it in at the point. Long shot in here. Down taken by the Canadiens. They work it out, though. Able to just get it over the blue line and now over the red line. And dump back into the Vegas end, where the Golden Knights will regroup with possession. Moved up now into the attacking zone. Played here by Colasar. He gets a pass to Pacioretty. Colasar is taken over for Waugh on that line with Pacioretty and Stone.
I was going to say I thought they might give that a shot, yeah.
He's definitely it's been a little more noticeable than Waugh has been. So Waugh goes back with Tuck and Janmark, where he's been all playoffs. This one now trying to get in front. That one deflects just wide of Price. It goes high. And Montreal's able to find it off the end boards and clear it out again. Under 6 minutes now to go in the second. Vegas still not able to find the score sheet. That one goes all the way in, and that's going to be an icing call against the Golden Knights, and Pacioretty doesn't like it. He thinks he won the race there, but the linesman disagrees. And that says that is going to be an icing call against Vegas and that Montreal is going to get an attacking zone draw.
I never got it out of my mouth, but I said, I wonder if they're going to try Colasar there. It just made more sense to me because it's got more of a Chandler-Stevenson type game, so they'd be more familiar with that. But, yeah. And not only that, you get to keep one line intact.
Has been a fast-moving period. Not a ton of whistles in this one, Porcupine. As that one gets one back. Now Caulfield has it for Montreal. He rips a shot off. That goes high off glass. Now Vegas will come back the other way over the red line. And that one gets deflected up by Gustafsson and out of play. We'll get a stoppage here with 5:38 to go. And that'll be a commercial break coming up here. Montreal 2, Vegas 0 as we head to commercial stoppage. Second period action. Canadiens with a very, very good road game here in game number 2.
So for sure.
Absolutely. That brings us now to another stoppage. Thank you guys so much for being here. Please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe if you haven't. I cover the whole league, so fans of all teams are welcome. Really helps out the channel a lot. I'll be streaming all playoffs long, including Game 3 between the Lightning and Islanders tomorrow night, and Game 3 between these two teams, the Canadiens and Golden Knights, on Friday. But thank you guys all for watching. Really appreciate it. Please also check out Perlo's channel. It's linked at the top of the chat in the pinned comment. He does some great content on his channel as well.
Yeah. You know what? I just noticed, like, they really are not confident in Glass, eh?
No. We haven't seen Cody Glass at all in the playoffs.
Yeah.
They do not think he's NHL ready, apparently.
Obviously not, no. That's it's taken a while. Taken a while for Cody Glass to get to where they think he needs to be. I'm not really surprised, but it's a little bit concerning that he's 22 now. You would have thought that they would have been have a little more faith in him than this.
Yeah, I don't know. He did play in the regular season for some games, but we haven't seen him in the playoffs.
Yeah, and Peyton Krebs is still injured, I guess. He was playing well when he was in. And then, of course, Thomas Nosek, too. There's a lot of injuries are piling up a little bit. Weber got one in the wrist, and he looked like
Ooh, that did not feel good. That's a terrible spot to get hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was definitely in some pain on the bench. As we come back from commercial break here, it'll be an offensive zone face-off for Vegas as they are still looking to get on the board in this one. Face-off taken there. One back defensively by Montreal. Moved up now. Dumped in there on Fleury. That one bounces in, and he covers it up, and we'll get a quick whistle here. The ice is flipped. It will be an attacking zone draw for the Canadiens now. Their defense just collapsed, Porcupine. When Brandon Carlo got hurt, Boston's defense fell apart, and that cost them the series.
Yeah, that's really true. Yeah, Brandon Carlo was just that one. That was the straw that broke the camel's back there.
Radio Free, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Face-off won there by the Golden Knights. Pietrangelo up the boards. Cleared out of the zone. Montreal takes possession back in the neutral zone. They're going to bring it into their end now. Caulfield back to Petrie. Petrie with it now. Just keeping smart possession play with the puck. Kicking down towards 5 minutes to go here in the second. Into the offensive zone. Vegas is able to bring it in, but they lose it again, and Montreal clears. No sustained pressure here for Vegas at all. Montreal is swarming the puck. We're under 5 minutes now as that one is dumped in. Down low here. Big hit on the forecheck there from the Canadiens, but Vegas keeps it moving. They get it out and into the offensive zone, but that is icing again. Jesus, how many times has Vegas iced the puck in this game?
It's got to be 9 at least.
It's got to be pushing double digits at this point.
Yeah, they just don't have it.
Oh, wow. Armia dumped Martinez down in the corner there. Hey, what's going on, Prosperous? Welcome back. Thank you, Hockey GMC. I appreciate that. Glad you enjoy it. Montreal now with an attacking zone draw. 4:39 left to go in the second, and that one's won back defensively by Vegas. See if they can get anything set up in the attacking zone now. Tuck goes in on the forecheck against Merrill. Taken, though, there by the Canadiens, and they work it out all the way down back to the Vegas end. Again, no sustained pressure for the Golden Knights. Montreal is playing as good of a road game as you could right now.
Oh, yeah. And, yeah, I'm really surprised in the second period with Vegas. I'm not so... First period, I could say, okay, you make adjustments, but they don't look like they've got anything in this. I'm really surprised by this.
Now, Vegas has not looked good here in this one as we're down to 3:55 remaining in the second. Moved up now. Dumped into the offensive zone. Vegas going in after it. Not able to get there on the forecheck, though. Now giving some trouble in the corner. Colasar and Stone. Pacioretty comes in. Stone backs off. Digging forward in the corner. Puck is tied up pretty well. Both teams trying to find it. Taken, though, there by Montreal. Another puck battle win there for the Canadiens. And that one gets moved in all the way in front. After that's going to be icing, though, as the pass came from behind the red line. And it will go back down to the Montreal zone where Vegas will get a crack in an attacking zone draw.
Has Carlson, Marchessault, and Smith even playing this game?
They haven't been out there a lot.
I'm surprised they're not playing them a little more here.
Well, they're out there now. So that line is out for the Golden Knights for this attacking zone draw. It's won back defensively, though, here by Montreal. We try and work it around. 3:20 to go in the second. Back through the neutral zone and taken again there by the Canadiens. They dump it in. Taken here now, Vegas, all the way up through the neutral zone. Again, swarming to the puck here, Montreal. They are getting, as soon as a Vegas player touches the puck, Montreal is all over them. They have no time and no space whatsoever with the puck. This is brilliant defensive hockey from the Canadiens. And now they're going to counterattack into the offensive end. Oh, stick snaps in half. Another broken stick there, costing a scoring chance for Montreal. Colasar is going to take the puck now. Try and work it out. Gavin, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Yeah, Reeves is playing. He's been out there Fourth line's actually had a couple of the better shifts for Vegas. Fourth line's had a couple decent shifts. Here's Byron on a breakaway. Backhand roofs it. Paul Byron on the turnover. And Montreal has a 3-0 lead with 2:15 left.
This is such a surprise. I just can't believe this.
Montreal 3, Vegas 0. What a road game here for the Canadiens. Connor, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Really, really appreciate it. I mean, what a breakdown there defensively by Vegas.
I don't even know what I'm watching right now. Like, who is it? What is this team?
Holden, like, Bud.
Who took Who took all the Buffalo Sabres and put them in Vegas jerseys today? Like,
yeah,
what the
honestly,
heck is this? This is brutal.
Just allowing Byron in behind everybody there. He walks in and backhands it. 2 minutes to go now in the second. Sal from behind the arc basketball. What's going on, man? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Alex, welcome in. Thank you for watching. Great to have you in the chat. We're under 2 minutes to go here in the second period. Tanner, thank you so much for subscribing. Let's get some hype in the chat for Tanner. New sub. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Played now with 1:33 to go. Vegas in the neutral zone. Trying to get it back into the Montreal end. Montreal not going to let them in easily. Finally, it's dumped in behind Price. Down behind the net. Played here. Moved up. Montreal back into the offensive zone.
Yeah, if you told me before the game that Vegas would only have 12 shots in 2 periods, I'd be like, yeah, that sounds not right at all. What the heck? Unbelievable.
How did both defensemen let Byron behind them? I don't know. That was a defensive breakdown there for Vegas. No forward back. Vegas scores! Whoa, they're going to make it interesting. Right off of the face-off. Pietrangelo throws it in from the blue line there, and that one has eyes all the way through.
Yeah, that didn't touch anybody. I think that's Pietrangelo's goal.
Pietrangelo from the blue line, a bunch of traffic in front, and it snakes its way through. Vegas is on the board.
Vegas is one of the best maybe the best third period team.
They are
in the
a
league,
very
right?
good third period team. They were able to come back on Colorado like it was nothing.
They did it against Minnesota too, once or twice.
Montreal is going to need another goal here. They're not. I don't think they're going to. They're probably not going to win this game with 3 goals. I think they're going to need another.
Yeah, I think the third period, if you're out there right now, over third period would be the play right now. Live bet. I got to put that out. That
40 seconds now left here in the second as that one gets dumped in by the Canadiens. Pietrangelo back to play it. Moved up now through the neutral zone.
I'm going to post that right now.
Big hit there by Reeves on Perry. Pucks along the sideboards, digging away for it. Vegas in the attacking zone trying to find it. And now we got a big scrum on the sideboards here as everybody gets involved. Finally getting everybody into it. Perry's in there. Edmondson's in there. Reeves and Carrier are in there. Stahl's down on the ice. This is our first scrum of this game. We had it over and over and over last night between the Islanders and Lightning. This series hasn't nearly had that level of animosity into it. But we finally getting a little bit of it here as towards final 20 seconds of period 2, and we're starting to get some action. Started with the hit by Reeves on Perry, and then Perry landed on top of the puck. And everybody else came in digging away while Perry was down on the ice, trying to get this puck, and then everyone just came together and started scrumming it up.
Yeah, Reeves wants Perry, man. He wants Perry. I love Reeves.
Oh, he's
I,
great. 17.9 left here in the second. They're keeping these guys out here. They're keeping these lines on the ice. We'll see if they come together again with 17 seconds left. 3-1 Montreal.
yeah.
Very, very good road game here for the Canadiens. As good of a road game as you could have asked for if you're a Habs fan. Dumped in there by Montreal. That one, they have to tag up to get back on side. Taken here by Vegas deep in their own zone. They move it up. Here comes Nicholas Waugh. Final seconds. Save there by Price. And that's going to do it here as period 2 comes to an end. And we get a stoppage. Now Perry and Reeves back behind the play are jawing with each other. And that is going to bring us to the third. Second intermission here. We've got some time before the third begins. Montreal with a beautiful game on the road here with a 2-goal lead heading into the third period. Up 3-1 over the Vegas Golden Knights. And, man, what a game we got going on here. Big goal, though, for Vegas at the end of the second to at least get back into this. But Montreal's still in the driver's seat right now, and they deserve a lot of credit for that. They've played a phenomenal game number 2. Much better than game number 1 for them. And Vegas has not nearly had the same level of intensity or aggression or anything that they had in game number 1. This looks like a very different Vegas team here.
Well, like you said, they're a great third period team. They had a lot of energy at the end of that second. You just never know. But, I wouldn't put it past them.
I'd be pumped if both of these series end up 1-1 heading into game 3. I mean, I'd love for these series to end up 2-2 by the end of game 4s. That'd make for some really, really fun games 5, 6s, and 7s, hopefully. Because I will always want a game number 7 if we can get it, because there's nothing like it. Tanner, thank you so much for subscribing to Perlo. Really, really appreciate that. That helps him a lot.
Sweet. Thank you very much, man. I'm trying to hit $1,000 so I can. It's a big day in YouTube land when you hit 1,000. So
yeah,
love to hit 1,000.
That's a huge check mark for sure.
Yeah, so love to have you. And all of that, you get an opportunity to go on my show between 3 and 5, and I'll tell you, the frolic there, it is endless. So what? It's a great game nonetheless.
Yeah.
You know, it's a great game. It doesn't feel like a 3-1 game still, but it is. Montreal has played surprisingly. The way they played still surprises me. The way they came out aggressive like that is just really ballsy. And that's what you got to be to win in the playoffs. You got to be able to take risk. I think it was risky to play that way, but kudos to them for doing it.
Well, I think that Montreal knew they couldn't play the same way in Game 2 as they did in 1 because the same thing would happen. So they knew they needed to try something different. They knew they needed to change some things up, and they've come out and played incredibly well here in Game number 2 and really taken it to the Golden Knights. And they've been the aggressor in this game, and that little switch up has worked very, very, very well for them, and they've had a great game so far with 20 minutes to go.
Yeah, that first period pinch in all costs, playing deep in the offensive part of the neutral zone, all of those sort of things like that, just daring Vegas to make plays around them in there, because if Vegas could have made some plays around them, they got like breakaway after breakaway, but they couldn't do it. because they didn't see it coming.
Mm-hmm.
It was, I don't know if Montreal wants to try that again. I don't know. We'll see. It's pretty exciting, pretty daring, and and a lot of belief. This Montreal team believes in themselves for sure. And might I
Absolutely.
say,
And they should.
I'd like to say I'm really impressed with Lehkonen in this game. I think he's had one heck of a game and
Mm-hmm.
series. He's played really well. And that was a guy that wasn't being played by Julian in the regular season, right?
Yep. Justin, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Brandon, welcome in. Thank you for watching. Really appreciate it. Tanner, I am from Massachusetts. I am
You
from
can't.
Massachusetts.
Oh, Hockey GMC said he can't tap the link. I don't know why.
I don't know why. It's right up in the chat. All you have to do is click on it. I am very, very excited, Austin, for tomorrow's game. Lightning and Islanders is going to be an absolute blast tomorrow. I hope it's a bloodbath. I hope the animosity picks up right where it left off in game number 2. I hope we get more fights. I hope we get more scrums. I hope it's an absolute bloodbath. I am so excited for that game tomorrow night. I mean, it is. I'm expecting such a fun one. Such a fun one.
Thank you, Hockey GMC. Sweet. Right on. Uh, yeah, it's two opposing styles in the Tampa Bay Islanders series too, right? These two, you couldn't really write it up much better with the two different styles in both of these series. The Islanders are known for their defensive type game. Tampa Bay is known to be more of a fast-paced, long passing team.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Valentina, thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it.
Yeah, big hype for Hockey GMC and all the subs for John's channel as well. You don't want to be missing this live stream, man. I'll tell you, it's awesome. Before I ever did anything like this, I was watching the stream. For sure. So yeah, going into this next period, I think this is going to be a really interesting third now, because it seemed like Montreal kind of, I don't know if they ran out of steam, but I think they kind of started playing a little more, little less aggressive and more trappy type style there in the second period, which I think leans a little more in Vegas's hands that way. But I don't think any team can keep up what Montreal did in the first period. So there had to be another game plan after that. You're going to burn out.
Yeah, and the trapping style worked pretty well in the second period.
Oh yeah.
Vegas got the goal late, but overall it worked well. And I mean, anytime you have Carey Price in net, you gotta feel like you can hold a 2-goal lead with Carey Price in net. As long as you play solid defensive hockey, you've got to feel that you can hold this lead with that level of goaltending. And it's going to be interesting to see what Vegas has in the tank for them to be able to push here and what kind of third period they can have. They have been a very good third period team in these playoffs, but I just haven't seen it from Vegas yet that anything that makes me think that they can come out and drastically change this game in the third, because they haven't shown it yet if they can.
Yeah, the only way I see it is by what they've done in the past to teams, even when they've been down and outplayed. The third periods, they just come out kind of like what Montreal did in the first period, and they just play balls out. We're gonna win or die. That's pretty much the way they have played in the past. But I really think Chandler Stevenson being out in this game threw them off quite a bit too.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I agree. That's I think a pretty significant loss for Vegas.
Yeah, we've talked about it all year how they're not overly deep up the middle as it is. It's like they would be better off losing a winger, any winger almost, than a centerman there. So
And I think Petry's had a really solid game coming back from Montreal. That's definitely making a difference here. And Jeff Petry is such an important player for the Canadiens on the back end. Obviously, they've got a good decor and they've got a lot of solid defensemen there. But having Jeff Petry back is a huge boost to that core, and he's a stabilizing force back there. That his defensive game now is so much better from where it was just 2-3 years ago. He's improved so much in his own zone. I think Petry's made himself one of the most important players on that blue line for the Canadiens, and having him back in this game after missing the last couple has definitely been quite a boost for Montreal, and they fed off that, and he's been a stabilizer back there.
yeah. Oh, yes, he has. Man, I was so mad when the Oilers gave him up for 2 seconds. But anyways, we won't get into that. Is it? Hoping to see some fights tomorrow. I'm hoping to see some fights every game. So
Oh,
both,
yeah.
every game. There should be. There should be. It should be like. It should be a necessity to have at least one fight a game.
I think the Lightning and Islanders are definitely gonna give us a good chance tomorrow for sure to see one. Those teams have been at each other's throats from the start. They're picking up right where they left off in their playoff series last year. There is no love lost between the Isles and the Bolts, and I cannot wait for tomorrow night's game. That is going to be so much fun.
Yeah, especially when the Islanders kind of embarrassed them the first game,
Yeah.
and then so they came back with that sort of like attitude, like, yeah, okay, it's not over here by any stretch. And, I'm kind of pissed off and embarrassed. But that's really what a lot of this, sometimes the anger comes from, is when, if a team embarrasses you, you really want to come back and with a fighting attitude.
Nassau is going to be rocking. The Islanders' home atmosphere is so loud. That building is absolutely nuts. And
full of knowledgeable fans, too.
Yeah.
They are, the Islanders fans, I talk to them a lot, and they are very knowledgeable, very passionate, for sure, no doubt about it. Like, they are great fan. What a great fan base that stuck with that team through hockey arenas and poor management and everything. And yeah, they're great.
That'll be an exciting one tomorrow night at 8 p.m. I will certainly be streaming that one tomorrow. Really looking forward to it. Yeah, Brian, who would you take out? If you're gonna if you insert Luke Schenn into the lineup, which I definitely don't think that would be a bad idea for Tampa Bay, because Schenn is certainly a guy that can handle himself physically. Who would you take out of the lineup to put Schenn in, though? Brian's a Lightning fan, so I'd like a Lightning fan perspective on that, on who should come out.
While he's doing it, I didn't get a chance to heat up my coffee enough. It's stone cold. I'm gonna heat it up.
Yeah, go for it. Second intermission here, waiting for the third period to begin. Montreal and Vegas, game number 2. Montreal trying to even this series up, and they've got a 2-goal lead heading into the final 20 minutes. 3-1 over the Golden Knights, and they've played an extremely good road game here in Vegas. Just real big bounce-back game for the Canadiens after game number 1. And Vegas has not had it tonight. They have not looked very good. And there's something seriously lacking from their game. They're really, I mean, Jonathan, for them to have any shot in coming back in this game, they are going to have to really bring it in period 3. And we just haven't seen it from them yet. We haven't seen it from them. Yes, Prosperous. Thank you. You are 100% correct. Joel Edmondson is absolutely an underrated defenseman. I have liked Edmondson for a long time, all the way going back to his St. Louis days. I am a big fan of Joel Edmondson. I think when you put him in the right position, he's a very, very good D-man. Now, he is not going to give you a lot offensively. That is not what he does. Joel Edmondson is a shutdown, big, physical, defensive D-man. And when you're not playing him too many minutes, and when you're playing him in the right situation, he is extremely effective. And he's had a very good season and very good playoffs for Montreal this year. And I am a big fan of Joel Edmondson. I would take him on my team any day. All right, so Brian thinks Ruda should come out and Shen should go in. So, I think Ruda would be the guy to come out on the back end. I mean, obviously you're not taking out Hedman, McDonough, Savard, or Chernak most likely. So you're obviously not taking out Sergachev. I guess so. Yeah, Ruda would be the one to come out, or you could take a forward out and go 7-11. You could run 7D. That's the Lightning have certainly not been shy about running 7D in the past. That's for sure. They could do that. I don't know who would come out up front. Maybe Colton. You would have to take Colton out of the lineup up front and run the 7th D-man, I guess. But yeah, we could see Shen in the lineup. It's certainly the kind of series that Luke Shen would be a factor in for sure. Yes, Mark Stone is very good. He's one of the best players on Vegas.
Shen is a righty too, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I think Ruda would probably come out, or they could go 7D, but I think it's definitely something to consider with the way that series is gone. I mean, Jan Ruda certainly isn't bringing you the same physical prowess as Luke Shen. So, with the turn that series is taken and the style that it seems it's going to be, I think Shen in the lineup would be a plus for Tampa Bay.
If I remember the last game, Savard only played like 10 minutes.
Yeah, Savard hasn't seemed to fit in all that well with the Lightning. Like he didn't do a whole lot after the trade deadline, and I haven't noticed him a whole bunch in the playoffs either. Like I don't think he's really he's really fit in all that well with Tampa Bay.
Yeah, can't put my finger on to why that would be. But he only played 10 minutes and 35. Ruda played more than him. So he played the least out of any. But I don't think you take him out at the same time. So, it'd be interesting if you put Shen in. But
I could definitely see Shen getting some games in that series, especially with the way that it's gone, and with dealing with that Martin line for the Islanders, and that whole series is just getting more and more physical as the games go along. I am doing every game, Rose. I heard Dougie Hamilton's comments. I think everyone knows that. He talked about Tampa being $18 million over the cap. I mean, it is what it is. There is no cap in the playoffs. Now, are they going to change that? I would not be surprised if there's some sort of rule adjustment to limit and not have this happen again. But right now, there's no rule against it. But I think they're going to do something where there's probably going to be, it's not going to be the same as it's not going to be like in the regular season where you can't go over 81 million unless you have players on LTIR 81.5. I know it's 81.5. But I think there might be a limit set to how much you can exceed the cap in the playoffs. Because, teams call up, like, all the AHL guys, like, they have non-dressed players who well exceed the 23-man regular season roster in the playoffs. Guys that if someone gets injured, they can just add to the active roster. So everybody's over the cap in the playoffs. But I think they might add some sort of limit to, like, maybe you can only exceed the cap by this much and put a cap on the overage of the cap that you're allowed to get to try and not have the same thing happen again.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I don't buy Tampa's story at all. When I've talked about it before, I don't buy it. I know the league investigated, but as long as you got a doctor that says he needs surgery, where's the investigation going to go?
Yeah.
So I don't buy it. I don't like it. And there's always going to be an asterisk. And I'm always going to remind Tampa Bay fans of it too. I'm not going to stop. I talked to some guys on the Tampa Bay forums, and they said, nobody's going to remember. And I go, well, if I have anything to do with it, they will, because I'll be reminding people over and over and over and over again. And so will Dougie Hamilton, apparently.
We're here underway in period 3. Vegas trying to get something going offensively here. Habs still have the 2-goal lead. 18:30 to go here in the third. Avatar, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it.
Avatar, nice.
Taken now here by Montreal. Into the middle. Moved now, stolen back by Vegas as they're trying to pull off a third period comeback here. Canadians shut them down though at the blue line. Kotkaniemi, good pass up to Toffoli, back the other way. Montreal not able to get a shot off. Good back-checking pressure from the Golden Knights. Suzuki takes it away, though, and now he gets hit by Whitecloud right into the linesman. And we're going to get a whistle here for an offside just about 2 minutes in. Period 3 has begun. Montreal with a 3-1 lead, trying to tie this series up. Very, very good road game for the Canadiens so far. It's been, if you're a Habs fan, this is pretty much as good as you could have wanted in this one. What a response here from the Canadiens in Game 2.
Yeah. It should open up here. They're going to try, but like I said, Montreal was playing the trap to last part of the second.
One back there by the Golden Knights. They're regrouping now in their own zone. Up the boards. Trying to chip it out. Sent there by Reeves. Out now. Montreal gets it back in the neutral zone. Caulfield dumps it in. Fleury out of the net to play it. Gets it to Theodore. Shea Theodore now up and out. To Carrier into the middle. Reeves into the offensive zone. Trying to chip it too far ahead of Brown though. Carrier goes in after Gustafsson. Puck's in the corner. Vegas trying to keep it in. They do. Thrown in there wide by Reeves. 2.5 minutes into the third. Cleared out now by the Canadiens. Vegas gets possession back. Right back into the attacking zone. They go on the rush again. Good shift here again for the fourth line for the Golden Knights. Vegas hasn't had a lot going their way in this one, but their fourth line has had some solid shifts in this game. But now coming back the other way, Montreal. That one, just fanning on the shot there was Lehkonen. Vegas gets to it now deep in their own zone. Back the other way. Stretch pass up into the attacking zone. Saved by Price with the glove. Cleared out now by Montreal. Over 3 minutes into period 3. Vegas still looking to get back in this one. Down by a couple. Down behind the net. They're after it. Waugh with it. Trying to spin off a hit there. Puck's in the quarter. Deneau's all over him. Puck gets taken there, but it's played with a high stick, and we're going to get a whistle here. An offensive zone face-off for the Golden Knights coming up. 16:37 to go in the third, and Vegas is starting to try to get a push going, but the Canadiens are holding the lead. Bruh, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. I'm good, Bubsy. How are you? Thank you for being here. Really appreciate you watching. Gustafsson going to the locker room now for the Canadiens. He is going down the tunnel. Looks like he's banged up, so the Habs are down a defenseman. Taken now, 16:25 to go in the third. Vegas with it. Into the offensive zone. Down in there. That one Price off the outside of the goal. Behind the net. Vegas going back in on the forecheck. Kept in here. Taken, though, by Stahl. And the Habs clear it out again. Kolasar back after it for Vegas. He's going to stretch pass it up to Stone. Stone in the neutral zone. Drops it for Kolasar. Kolasar getting worked over. Canadians keep it out. Now into the offensive zone. Backhand pass there from Stone. Gets stolen by Josh Anderson. Moved up now by Montreal. They're able to get it out of their end. And now into the offensive zone. Coming after it. Harden on the forecheck here. Trying to work it to the middle. Vegas steals the puck, though. Back the other way. 2-on-2 up ice. It's Marchessault cutting to the middle. He gets a shot off. It's blocked, though. Kept in by Nick Holden. Taken now. Down in the corner. 15:22 to go here in the third period. Brady McNabb down to the corner. Played here by Montreal. They're going to work it out or try to. Chip to the middle. Taking down Riley Smith with it. Vegas gets possession back. 15 minutes to go here in the third period. Vegas still down by a couple. Shot in there. Glove saved by Price, and he covers it up as we get a whistle here. Just under 15 minutes remaining. It will be an offensive zone face-off for the Golden Knights. All good, Avatar. No problem. I appreciate you stopping in. I'm doing good, brah. How are you? Thank you for being here. It's much appreciated. We've got Montreal and Vegas here. Game number 2. Montreal with a 3-1 lead. Trying to hold on in the final 15 minutes. Even this series up at 2 apiece. Reeves now in to take the draw after Brown gets kicked out. One back by Deneau. Played there by Montreal. They're going to try and work it out. Hey, Jeff, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Really, really appreciate it. That's going to be another icing call here against Vegas. Jesus, I cannot believe the amount of icing calls here that Vegas has taken in this game, as the Habs will get another attacking zone draw.
They're not connecting on their passes out of the offensive zone at all. Or defensive zone, I should say.
So it's an attacking zone draw now for the Habs, and they win it back. Trying to get set up in the Vegas end. Looking for another insurance marker. Down in the corner. Taken there, chipped and kept in on the back end. No, it did come out. So Montreal's going to have to tag up to get back on side. That gives Vegas a free break out of their zone. Montreal takes possession back, though, in the neutral zone, and Vegas will have to try again. Shea Theodore with it. 14:15 to go in the third. Dumped into the offensive zone. Here come the Golden Knights on the attack. Alex Tuck down low. Back out to the blue line. Martinez turns it over, though, given away. Coming back the other way, Joel Armia. That one gets deflected down in deep behind the net. Perry goes after it on the forecheck. He throws it in. Fleury holds the post and makes the save. Perry down here. Now Tuck gets back, trying to work it out. Gets past everybody. Vegas now into the offensive zone. Chance here. Shot on goal. That one just goes high and wide. Kept into the blue line, though, by Vegas. Price out to play it. Past Sherratt. Vegas gets it back now. Out. Pass splits the middle, and that's back out to the neutral zone. Taken now into the offensive end. Mark Stone with it. 13:20 to go in the third period. Taken here down low. Moved up and around. To the middle now. Kolasar with it. Trying to get it back into the Montreal end, but he loses it and the Habs clear. Gallagher coming back the other way. Trying to get set up now in the offensive zone. That one goes off a skate. Vegas gets back defensively. Trying to make things difficult here for Montreal to do anything. Offensively. 12:50 to go here in the third. That one gets cleared out. Montreal holding on to this 2-goal lead. Hey, THG, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Taken here by the Canadiens. They are just they're not allowing any sort of puck possession here, as that's going to get whistled down, and we're going to get another stoppage. They are not allowing any sort of sustained pressure or possession for Vegas. I mean, they're getting the puck and they're just dumping it out, and they're getting the puck and they're dumping it out, and Vegas can't get anything set up right now as we head to commercial break, third period action. Montreal playing a textbook defensive game, and Vegas is trying to find some offense, but not able to right now.
Yeah, I see why they're having all the icings. They're trying to do the long pass, and like I said, I thought that maybe they might want to try more of a dump and chase.
Mm-hmm.
But they're trying to do the long pass and just chip it and then dump and chase it. But the problem is they're not hitting their passes.
Yeah.
Like, not even close. Like, it's not even close.
Yeah, they're way off on the passing, and I don't think that the dump and chase, like, for dump and chase to work, you have to be skating. You have to win the races to the puck, or at least be there at the same time as the defenseman and go get it. And Vegas has looked so behind speed-wise in this game that I think if they just dump it in, Montreal's going to have it out of the zone before Vegas can even get the forecheck going.
Yeah, I think if they could connect on those, they could get the speed going through. But the thing is, they just haven't been able to connect. And Montreal's been blocking a lot of their.
Yeah.
They've anticipated what they're trying to do. Also, it's not a Vegas thing to do, so it's going kind of. It's not their natural way of playing.
Yeah.
And I think it all stems around Chandler Stevenson not being there.
Mm-hmm. Akuma. Welcome in.
I don't think he missed a game all regular season, did he?
I'm not sure off the top of my head.
I'll take a look while you're doing that.
Akuma, welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. It's been a textbook road game for Montreal so far. They have looked phenomenal and a big bounce back game for them here. Robert, what is going on? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. We're coming back from commercial break. Neutral zone draw. Vegas trying to find the offense for a comeback, but the Canadiens are absolutely shutting them down right now. Very, very good defensive game for Montreal. Taken now around Weber. Here comes Riley Smith with a shot, and Price comes up with a huge stop there, as you don't see Shea Weber get walked around like that very often. But Price is able to bail him out and comes up with a huge stop there on Riley Smith.
They played 55 games, right?
56 in the regular season.
Okay, so he did miss 5.
Hey,
he was a plus 22.
Wow, big season for him. Vegas back regrouping in their own zone now. It's always great to have Perlo on, Akuma. I'm glad that you guys enjoy when he comes on too. It's awesome. Under 12 minutes now to go in the third. Vegas back in on to the attacking zone, trying to get something going, but again they're not quick to the puck, and Sherratt's able to get it out, and Montreal clears again. Down back in on the forecheck, Marchessault able to get it after the hit by Carlson. This is more of what Vegas needs to get going here, as Tuck has it behind the net. Moved up now. Man, Montreal's able to take it away and clear it out, but that one goes up into the bench area. And we're going to get a neutral zone face-off, I think, coming up here. Or, yeah, should be a neutral zone draw right outside of the Montreal zone, as that one went into the bench. 11:24. Nope, it's coming all the way back to the Montreal end. Never mind. So it must have been shot from inside the Montreal zone.
Vegas wins it.
Looks like Suzuki's in to take this draw against... Or no, it's Deneau in to take the draw against Nicholas Waugh. Suzuki is on the ice, so I was going to say. So Caulfield is not out there for the defensive zone faceoff. And now Deneau's going to come to the bench, and Caulfield's going to get out with his regular line as they bring it into the offensive zone. That is smart coaching right there. You get the veteran defensive forward out there for the defensive zone faceoff. and then you get the rookie out there when they bring it into the offensive end. That is a smart coaching move. Vegas comes back the other way. Price makes another glove save. 10:52 to go in the third, and we're going to get another stoppage here. Another attacking zone draw for Vegas coming up, but man, Montreal's been stifling them pretty well here for sure.
Yeah, there's not much. They're not getting hardly any possession. It's just so very un-Vegas-like, too, to see that.
Graham, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Good move now by Montreal out of their zone. Perry in against Pietrangelo on the forecheck. Stahl in there with Armia as well. Shot in front. Fleury makes the save. Perry trying to find the rebound. And it finally gets whistled down as Perry is right in the crease of Marc-Andre Fleury there. Where else would he be? It's Corey Perry. Scored a lot of goals that way in his career. And that's going to be an offensive zone face-off now for Montreal coming up.
Love Corey Perry.
The Wick, what is going on? Welcome in. Yeah, Bergevin does look very smart now, Akuma. Absolutely. John, how old is Pacioretty? Pacioretty's got to be, what, 33-ish now?
33 or 32.
He's 32? Yeah. I knew it was around there. He's in his early 30s.
Still got a few good years left in him. He's only at $7 million, too. It's not a bad contract for what he does, what he provides. It's not bad.
Moved into the offensive zone now. No, I figure in an 82-game season, he's going to give you 30, 35 goals. So that's not a bad contract.
No.
Taken now as we're ticking towards the halfway point of the third period. Montreal trying to get it out of their end, not able to. Brady McNabb with a long shot that just goes wide. 10 minutes to go here in the third. How does the Wick? How does Rocha butcher your name? It's exactly like it's spelled.
Who butchers his name?
Rocha.
I don't know who Rocha is.
Rocha rated the stream last night. He's one of the YouTube group, one of the buddies.
Oh, okay.
The Wick. I didn't think that would be a hard. Didn't think that would be.
What does he say?
Oh, does he say THA? Does he do the
THA
letters?
THA Wick.
All right, I guess I can see it now. I can see it now. All right, but we're at another commercial break here, guys. Third period, second commercial break of the third. We'll have one more to go after this. Montreal's still holding on to the 3-1 lead here. This has been a very good road game for them, and Vegas is running out of time as we're under 10 minutes to go. But really appreciate all of you guys watching. Thank you all so much for being here. It would mean a lot if you could hit the thumbs up if you haven't yet, and subscribe to the channel. I cover the entire NHL, so no matter what team you're a fan of, you are welcome and wanted here. I be doing all playoffs the rest of the way, and it really helps out a lot and is greatly appreciated. Yes, Max Pacioretty, I believe, is from Connecticut, Jeff. So not far from me.
New Canaan, Connecticut.
Yep, he's a Connecticut boy, so he is not far. Actually, where he's from is not far from me. Probably a couple hours at most. I've never been to that particular town in Connecticut, so I don't know exactly how far it is, but
I'd like to get out there. I'll get out to that area eventually.
Mo, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Yeah, we'll have to see Akuma. It's definitely been a good year and great playoffs for him.
I was going to say, wonder if they've ever explored the idea of putting William Karlsson in that line with Stone and Pacioretty.
I mean, they could, but I feel like they want him with Marchessault and Smith because that line's been together all year.
Oh, yeah, forever. But I just wonder in a situation like this if they wouldn't give it a shot at least or something.
Yeah, maybe you
Just for
try and mix it up a little bit.
yeah.
Taken
Because
now.
he's
Gallagher takes a hit. Vegas gets possession back. 9:20 to go here in the third. Good night, Joey. Have a great night. Appreciate you watching. Thank you so much, and talk to you tomorrow night. Taking now Vegas in the offensive zone, trying to get the cycle game going. Perlo's from Alberta, Austin.
yeah, buddy.
Moved up now into the offensive zone. Canadians coming back the other way. Mars, welcome in. Thank you for watching. Good to have you in the chat. High shot there over the bar. And that goes up and out of play as we'll get a stoppage with 8:50 to go here in the third period. Montreal still with a 2-goal lead. Vegas trying to get a comeback going, but they're struggling to get much going offensively here. Not much offense coming from the Golden Knights, and they are down under 9 minutes to go to try and score a couple. No, down by 2. Goalie's coming out around 3.5 minutes to go. Maybe
Yeah,
maybe
4.
4, depending on how badly you're struggling for offense. I mean, if you have the puck in the offensive zone and you're getting chances, then I'd probably wait till closer to 3. But if you're getting no offense whatsoever, then you've got to get the extra attacker on with around 4. But
I need the
we're still a
over
ways away from that.
I need the over in here, so pull them early because I already don't have Vegas in reg, so I need I need the over. Pull them early. Uh, I'm sure Vegas will come back next game, but I mean that's the tough one. Is the next game is in Montreal after
Yeah.
a long flight to Montreal, but that they both have to do. But
And
still,
Vegas hasn't been into the Eastern time zone all season.
mhm. Yeah. Now that being said, Montreal just did the trip here and got to go back. So
Yeah. But at least Montreal's used to. They've done all the time zones. As Nick Holden gets a shot off there, that one deflects wide, because the Canadian teams played in Eastern and Western Canada, so they've done the time zones throughout the year.
But on the same note, they've had to do all those time zones all year. So,
Yeah.
I mean, that's wears on after a while. So
Here comes Montreal back the other way. Josh Anderson trying to get around the D. Nice job there by Holden, though, just shielding him off. Now it's moved into the middle. Montreal still on the attack. Armia with it. New line coming out for the Canadians. He loses it behind the net, though. Vegas takes it back the other way through the neutral zone. Into the attacking end. Moved here, though. Taken by the Canadians. They're trying to chip it out. Good pinch there from Martinez. Vegas trying to get the cycle game going in the offensive zone. Under 7 minutes now remaining in the third. They're still desperate for some offense. Down by 2 here, getting to the latter part of the third period. So that one gets dumped in again. Golden Knights going in on the forecheck. Fourth line back out. This fourth line's had some good attacking zone shifts, but they're not going to be able to keep this one in. As it's back out to the neutral zone, and Vegas does get possession back, though, as Reeves dumps it into the Montreal end. Petrie goes back to play it. 6:25 to go here in the third. Montreal quickly back up through the neutral zone. They dump it deep into the Vegas zone. Played behind the net. Now Martinez has it. Trying to start the breakout. He goes D to D. Moved up now to Janmark. Through the neutral zone. Poked away at the blue line, though. And now back the other way. Here comes Suzuki trying to cut to the middle. Backhanded in. Fleury with a big save. And another pad stop on the rebound. Taking out Vegas back the other way on the rush. Into the offensive zone. Trying to get a pass through. That one skate away. Good pinch, though. Trying to keep it in. Vegas going for some offensive pressure here. Down low in the Montreal zone. Back out to the blue line. Theodore D to D to Pietrangelo. Pietrangelo poked away. And Toffoli's able to get it out there. Back to neutralize. 5.5 to go in the third. Oh, yeah, absolutely, Jeff. Montreal has absolutely shut down Vegas's offense in this game. They are playing spectacular defensive hockey right now. That one we get another stoppage here, down under 5.5 to go, and Vegas is running out of time.
They're anticipating very well. Like, they're anticipating what. Again, I'm really surprised they didn't do a little more dump and chase here instead of keep on trying to do the same thing over and over again. Like,
face off one back here. Marchessault, good pass shot in there, and they score! Pietrangelo again! Right off of the face-off, the second time in this game, and Vegas just got back to within one. What a goal from Pietrangelo!
What did they do here?
Right off of the face-off again.
Wow.
Just like Pietrangelo's first goal.
Oh, through the legs of Petrie.
Right through Petrie and under the glove of Price.
Yeah.
And Vegas just made this a close one.
Yeah.
One goal game now with 5:14 to go in the third.
Right around, pull a goaltender, you just never know. And this is Vegas. Third period, they seem to find a way.
If Montreal were to somehow lose this game, that would be an absolute backbreaker.
That would be devastating.
For them to play this well and still lose, that would just be a devastating loss.
Yeah. Yeah. That would be like what Vegas did to Colorado. The second game in Colorado, I think it was, they had no business winning that game, and they won it anyways. Yeah, that would be tough.
Wow. Taken now there, down low, behind the net. Vegas right back in on the attack in the offensive zone. Back out to the point here. Martinez throws that one in through traffic. Played now by Pacioretty. He goes down, and Montreal takes it out. 4:25 to go here in the third. Whitecloud steps up for a hit. Martinez goes back to get the puck, but he's getting pressured by Stahl. Gets it through to Marchessault. Cleared up and out. Dumped in here. Petrie with it for the Canadiens. They're trying to keep it out of their end as much as possible. Vegas has made this one a game. It's 3-2 here with 4:05 to go in the third. Moved up now. Dumped in here. Knocked down by Marchessault. Shot. Big blocker save. What a chance there by Marchessault after the turnover there by Montreal. But Price comes up big with the blocker stop. He just gave that puck away Tristan Jarry style, but then actually makes up for it this time and makes the blocker stop.
Which is not Tristan Jarry style.
Which is not Tristan Jarry style.
Yeah. And now we're seeing Marchessault line out there like crazy.
Yeah.
So,
we're
using that speed.
Final commercial break here of the third period, and boy, this one's a game now as Vegas has made it 3-2, and they are trying to come back here. They need another one to force OT, but man, the pressure's coming. Things have shifted a little bit here with Vegas getting that second goal.
Well, if it stays the same, Joey Serrano is going to be getting the Pearls of Wisdom necklace tomorrow, signed by everybody. He has 3-2 halves.
Wow. Right on.
He's the only one that took the halves, and he took it 3-2. So.
Right on.
Yeah.
Ender, what is going on? Welcome. Thank you for being here. We are at commercial break here, late in period number 3. It's a 1-goal game. Montreal trying to steal game 2 on the road. They have absolutely been the better team in this game. But hey, it doesn't matter if you're the better team, throughout the entire game if you don't end up winning the game. And
Vegas has a tendency to do this, so
Vegas is trying to come back here and at least force overtime. Montreal's obviously trying to hold the lead. We got 3:57 to go in the third as we're coming back from commercial break. And Abiz, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. It's going to be an offensive zone faceoff for the Golden Knights here as they look for the equalizer. William Karlsson in to take the draw. Under 4 minutes to go in this one. We'll see if the Habs can hang on or if Vegas is able to complete the comeback. They're down by 1 now in the third as that one is taken by the Canadiens and they work it out. Back underway here, period number 3. Action coming to a close as we see which team's able to come away with a huge Game 2 win in this one. On Vegas ice, moved up now through the neutral zone. Knocked down there, Riley Smith. Good back-checking pressure, though, from Deneau. Man, he is a very good defensive center. And that is sent all the way down, cleared by Montreal.
Yeah, Deneau's defensive game is really shining in this one.
Yeah.
In the playoffs, it's huge to have a guy like Deneau.
Oh, absolutely. It's taken now 3:32 left in the third. It's going to be another offensive zone faceoff for the Golden Knights. One back there, though, defensively by the Canadiens. They're trying to work it out now. Sherratt has it in the corner. He gets double teamed but sends it up the boards. Montreal's going to be able to clear on the wing now, and Pietrangelo has to go back to regroup in his own zone. 3:15 to go now in the third. Taken here. You got to think about another minute, and Fleury's going to be coming to the bench. Colasar with it now. Back to the point. Long shot there. Sent in front. That one doesn't get through. It's blocked. Rebound chance. Stone trying it on the back door. Doesn't connect. Vegas putting on some pressure here in the offensive zone. Colasar gets knocked down in front. That allows Price to see it through traffic, and he gloves that one. 2:56 to go now in the third period. And Vegas will get another attacking zone face-off here. Around 2 minutes, Jeff. I would say at the 2-minute mark, you try and get the goalie off is when you tick under the 2-minute mark.
Let's get it 5-on-5. Let's get some OT. Except for you probably are tired.
That's all right. I always love overtime in the playoffs. There's nothing like it. So that one gets one back here. Vegas, Alex Tuck now over to Pietrangelo, or to Theodore. Shot in there. Now he's a chance in front. Price with a save, and he covers up the rebound on Janmark. 2:45 to go in the third. It will be another attacking zone draw for Vegas. They are just pouring on the pressure right now. Pouring on the pressure in the Montreal end.
Starting to win face-offs all of a sudden, too.
Yeah. And Vegas, a lot of time in the offensive zone here. They are pouring it on, trying to get this game evened up at 3. They've got 2:45 left to score the equalizer. They have 16 shots in the third period. And counting. So that one is one back there, kept in by White Cloud. Canadiens trying to get it out. Vegas trying to keep it in. Canadiens chip it out. Cleared there by Montreal. Back to the Vegas end. They regroup with possession. 2.5 to go now in the third. Gotta think that Fleury's going to be coming here as soon as they get it back into the offensive zone. Send in front, though. That one just not able to tip it in. Good chance there for Montreal, but the pass didn't connect, and now Vegas has it. They work it out of their zone. Back through the middle, now into the attacking end. Alex Tuck trying to keep possession. He loses it, though, to Weber. Under 2 minutes now to go in the third. Vegas doesn't have possession, so they can't get Fleury to the bench. Here comes Montreal back the other way. Armia with it in the corner. He's just going to keep possession and get some time off the clock. Now Lehkonen has it behind the net. Mark Stone comes in to take the puck. 1:40 to go in the third. Vegas is going to be pulling the goaltender as soon as they get it in the offensive zone, but they got to get it there first. Here comes Riley Smith. He dumps it in. Empty net for the Golden Knights. Whoops, it's not a power play. It's an empty net for the Golden Knights here. Fleury to the bench. Extra attacker on. They've got 1:20 to try and tie this thing up. Taken down low now. Pacioretty up the wall. Not able to keep it in. Pietrangelo at the blue line has to go all the way back to regroup. Taken now into the offensive zone. Poked away the blue line. Great stand-up defense there from the Canadiens. Mark Stone trying again now. 58 seconds left. We're in the final minute of this one. Vegas going in on the forecheck. William Karlsson hammers Edmondson down. And they're going to blow this play dead. Edmondson is slow to get up here for Montreal. 50.3 seconds left in the third. It's going to be an offensive zone faceoff here for Vegas coming up. Karlsson landed a heavy check there. And a little bit of a cross-check from behind there by Karlsson on Edmondson. And Edmondson went kind of awkwardly face first into the boards. But he is back up to his skates now and seems to be all right.
Yeah.
Yes, I am, Chris. Yes, I am. And it looks like Vegas is going to use their timeout here. Vegas is going to use their timeout here with 50 seconds left in the third period. They're still down by a goal. And they need to score another one to try and force overtime here. Montreal trying to hold on to the lead. Now we're back, getting ready for this face-off, it looks like. And now they're going back to the bench. Deneau back to the bench here for the Canadiens. And Vegas, yeah, using their timeout. I thought so. They need one more here. 50 seconds to go. We're in for a frantic ending. We will see what happens here. Does Vegas tie it or does Montreal hold on for the win? I want to know what you guys think. Put a 1 in the chat if you think Montreal is going to hold on for the win. And put a 2 in the chat if you think that Vegas is going to tie this thing up. Let's see what happens here in the last 50 seconds. Erod, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Roman, what is going on? Welcome, welcome, welcome.
I'm hoping Vegas pots one here. If they don't, Montreal gets an empty netter and I get over, and that's a wash. And I get over for third period, and that's good. Somebody get a goal anyways, at the very least. Preferably Vegas.
We got a lot of 1s, but also a decent number of 2s. We'll see what happens here in the final minutes as that one's cleared out by Montreal. It will be icing if it reaches. And no, they wave it off as Pietrangelo takes it. 35 seconds left here in the third. Vegas can't get it into the offensive zone again. Montreal trying to get a chance at the empty net, but they can't get clean possession. Back in now, Vegas in the attacking end. Moved into the middle, poked away by the Montreal back check, but then it goes up and over the glass. And are they going to call that one a deflection? It's definitely going to be an offensive zone face-off for Vegas. It looks like it was deflected out. Vegas wanted a delay of game penalty there, but it definitely deflected off of Pacioretty's stick. And it's just going to be a regular face-off coming up. So William Karlsson's in to take it. 20.8 seconds left in the third. Vegas trying to tie this game up. Montreal trying to hold on. This is going to be a frantic ending here as Montreal wins that face-off back. Trying to clear it out of the zone. They get it by the D. No, they can't get it out. Kept in here. Stone trying to get it. Cross ice. Shot in. That one just goes wide of the post with 9 seconds left. Vegas with time for one more shot. Long one in there. That one gets blocked. Montreal clears it all the way. And that is going to do it. The Canadiens hang on to win game number 2. And this series is tied up at 1 apiece. 3-2, Montreal holds on for the win, and that is a huge road win there for them. And now it looks like we got some pushing and shoving after the whistle here. Pacioretty's into it. Wow. We got everybody out on the ice, and these teams are coming together after this one. This is shaping up to be a big games 3 and 4 coming up in Montreal.
It's Friday, right? The next one?
Yeah, game 3 will be Friday night.
I'll talk to you about that. I like the series.
That is a big road win here for the Montreal Canadiens. What a game for them. What a job on the road. And Game 3 will be back at Bell Center in Montreal. Gallagher's all bloodied up. He loves it. He's smiling as he goes off the ice. And we'll have a big one coming up Friday. But first, tomorrow night, I'll be doing Game 3 between the Islanders and Lightning. That is going to be an absolutely sick Game 3 tomorrow. I mean, that series has been phenomenal so far. Cannot wait for that one. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Thank you all so much for the support. Really, really, really appreciate it. Please don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. I cover the entire NHL, so fans of all teams are welcome and wanted here, and I'll be streaming all playoffs long. Helps the channel an absolute ton, so thank you guys so much. Special guest tonight was Perlo Wisdom. His channel is linked at the top of the chat, the pinned message. Would love if you could support him as well. It really helps out a lot. And thank you guys all so much for being here. See you guys soon. Hopefully you'll be back tomorrow night. It's going to be a hell of a game between the Islanders and the Lightning, just like last night's was. And then Friday night, we'll be doing Vegas and Montreal again for game number 3. So thank you guys so much. That's going to do it for tonight. Talk to you all really soon. Have a great night. Have a great day tomorrow. And we'll see you for Isles and Lightning action.
Thanks a lot, everybody.